All right, we live too, niggas. Hey, fuck y'all late ass niggas, cuz before somebody come up in here, fuck y'all, nigga. Rewind it, fast forward it. Fuck you. Do what you do, you late ass nigga. Should have been here live, nigga. Could have got $5 if you was here live, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga. All right, now let me find this shit before these niggas get up in here.
Man, fuck you mean,
You chopping up, cuz I don't even understand you right now, nigga. Get your shit right.
Fuck you mean.
Get your shit right. I gotta change that motherfucking Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna grab my phone real quick, man, because I hear
What's
all
up, Danny?
kind of Google shit.
Yeah, real shit. Yeah, real shit though. Oh, hold on. This might be me. It might be echo. It might be my shit. Cause I don't got my headphones on. Hold on. Get these motherfuckers on. What's up? Don't call me Danny Cull, you early ass nigga. Early and no time ass niggas. Oh. I should start getting off.
Danny might have capped out like it was a midnight release.
Okay, that's better.
Hey, is he in here today?
Who?
Vidiot.
Yeah, he's supposed to be here.
This motherfucker should be like the third one he missed out on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that nigga. Like, nigga, where you at, white boy? We need some diversity. The fuck you doing?
Playing up there playing. hey, he playing State of Dookie.
Yeah, that's what he doing. Playing State of Decay. It's French Dookie.
State of Decay.
State of Decay.
On the Dookie box.
Exactly. Nigga, one stop shit. All right, nigga, let's get up. What's up, y'all? How y'all niggas doing today? Can't even see who, what, when, where right now, but what's up, my niggas? How's it going? Y'all niggas know how it is with the podcast, my nigga. We never ready. We never on time, but we the best motherfucking show you ever seen in your goddamn life. Let's know the facts. Might as well just know the facts. We got a few things to talk about, of course. We got Battlefield coming up, talking about PlayStation outselling everybody, even when you combine them. Talking about Detroit, of course. You know what I'm saying? We gonna dabble and dibble into State of Decay breaking 1 million player mark within 2 days. I mean, God of War had 3 million in 3 million buyers in 3, but still, you know what I'm saying? State of Decay got 1 million. That's an achievement for a game that looks as immaculate as that one does. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get that shit racking, get that shit going. Let's get on with these intros. Go ahead, MVP. You ain't been here in a while, so go ahead and do your thing. Well, you've been here, but you know what I mean, my nigga. You're just now coming back.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy MVP Magazine in the place. Just giving a shout out to everybody. What's good?
What's good indeed. We got some of the shortest intros in the history of all podcasts.
Straight to the point, my brother. Straight to the point.
Yeah, I mean, all y'all, nigga. Lincoln, yep, that's it, guys. Check out my channel. The Lincoln shit long. That nigga Roy will be like, yeah, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Let's get this shit moving. That's all this shit do. That's all this shit do.
Hey, well, fuck it. I'll take off. Yo.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is good, everybody? It's your boy, Lincoln Clay. Y'all see my link in the description. Go ahead and holla at my channel, because if y'all don't, I'll start smacking motherfuckers' dentures out their mouth. Check my shit out. And you know,
attacking old people and shit. Slapping dentures out mouths. Oh, denture mouth ass niggas do not get love.
You know, but we up in the round table podcast. This is my second home. I love it here. You know this the hot shit. You know we got hot fire up in here, so let's do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Righteous Fist? What's up, Fatal? Goddamn, nigga, Herbert, get your shit straight, man. It ain't been right since you been not been here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We need your that female character raspy voice you got, my nigga. Do your thing. Shit, nigga. What's up, Daniel? Glad to see you up in here too, my nigga. About time, nigga. You took a few of them off, but now you 2 in a row. So I feel you. Good shit. Nigga, fuck you, Coon.
Look at Coon trying to fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because I showed him pictures when I was young, trying to talk about my
damn, you had a perm back in the day. Oh
yeah, man. I was a gorgeous nigga though.
Gorgeous. I was a gorgeous nigga. Nigga better relax. Nigga, I was gorgeous. That's what I'm talking about. Shit, fuck that. I guess I'm gorgeous too. Then fuck that. And I'm gorgeous now, nigga. Ain't no was. It's present tense. Go ahead, Diver man. Since you driving in the background, go ahead and do your thing. If you still listening.
What up, everybody? Coming out, it's Diver. That's all I gotta say, Keith.
Yeah, we didn't understand, but good job. We got that. That's all you gotta say, and that's all that matter, my nigga. Good shit. I don't know where Vidiot at. Vidiot should be on his way. Nigga been late. You know what I'm saying? But you know, white people late. You know what I'm saying? In America nowadays, white people are the new late. You know what I'm saying? So he got what it is. He'll be here soon. Big Money is sick, so he won't be here today. But we do have that nigga Draco Rex himself, the Asian Gambit, the murder mook, the Audi. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Go ahead, I mean, that was my intro. God damn. Shit. Roll Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. Let's do this shit. I mean, what else? What else is there? You know what I'm saying?
Let's get on. Let's get on with this game.
Any ladies that might be watching this, he ain't the only nigga on the podcast with Audi, okay? Like, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You just want to keep shit clear around here. Like, he ain't the only one with goddamn Audi.
We're just saying 2 out of 5 right now. You know
you know what I'm saying? I'm in the Camry. I feel insecure right now. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there's no shame in that. My brother drive a Camry.
Yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we say gas. It's all about the environment with me. You know what I'm saying? So,
my brother's house is $2 million though. He drives a Camry. You don't give a fuck about whips. He give a fuck about property. You feel me?
Exactly. What's up, Silver Sky, nigga? What's good, nigga? You know how it is. All right, nigga, let's get to these topics, though. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, first thing we're going to cover is, what do we want to cover? I want to do State of Decay first, because I'll let Diver relax a bit. We'll talk about Battlefield 5. We had the announcement of it, you know what I'm saying, with the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Had a robot arm bitch up in that motherfucker with the red hair. She was sexy to me. You know what I'm saying? She was over there smashing cats. It's a lot of controversy about her though. You know what I'm saying? People don't like girls in war games if they weren't there in the first place. So I guess I don't know, they didn't earn it. So it's a lot of different opinions about this topic. Me myself, I don't give a fuck. It's Battlefield. I hope I can look down and see some cleavage. It's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you niggas, but a lot of people want the authentic war. So a lot of people are disappointed about it. Some people just plain don't like bitches in games, so they mad about it. And then you got some chicks who don't even play these games, but want to be mad about it. Want to be mad about people being mad about it. So it's so much going on. I made a video about this shit already. It just dropped 10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So check that out whenever y'all want to check it out, or don't. Whatever, nigga. Fuck you. And let's see what the panel think about this, man. Lincoln, man, what you think about this, Ray? What do you think about the Battlefield 5? What's your thoughts on it? And what's up with the white girl, you know what I'm saying, killing people and shit when she's not supposed to be there?
I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, it don't really bother me.
I'm in the same boat. I like titties. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good.
I mean, the way I see it, I have no problem playing as a female in the game. It's just sometimes just certain stuff, just hey, that's weird. You know what I mean? It's nothing serious. You just play it and you're like, man, that's kind of weird. But it's not anything to get mad over or nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, that's kind of weird. She too fine to be in World War II.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers out here, like, they savages out here. What you mean? It's like Europe was like a literal hell at that point. But you're going to fight alongside of like a super fine like model? Like, come on, fam. Like, she's a model. Like, come on, fam. Bruh, hey, your hair cannot be that. Your hair cannot be not that pretty in a war, fam. It's a war.
Yeah, she was sexy.
Your hair cannot be flowing like that. Like, that's just ridiculous. You feel me?
She was a sexy robot.
That's all I'm saying. It's kind of weird.
It is.
Yeah,
I know what it is.
I mean, if she was all rough and tumble, maybe I would get it. You feel me? Maybe if she was like all banged up, she got bruises, cuts everywhere, like she looked like she in a war, then all right, cool. But she too pretty. Bruh, like you just jump out of a window, crawl around the ground, shot at motherfuckers, and you still look that pretty the whole game? Like, come on. That's all.
Hey, it's just a video game.
That bothers me. That's all. You know what I mean?
Hey, my thing, real quick, is how does she got a robot arm in World War II?
No, it's a prosthetic arm, my nigga. I think those were actually like that back in that day.
No, that's actually when they start coming out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, so it wasn't like she was moving it. It wasn't usable.
No, it wasn't. It was like a hook arm. I was just calling it robot arm because that's what the fuck I seen.
Oh, okay.
No, there's a few things that you can actually do. It depends on your where your arm was cut and all that shit. There's certain things that you can actually control with it, but it's not like. But
it's not no Darth Vader arm.
It's like an analog arm. There's certain things. There's certain functions you could do, but it's not like a robot arm. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Shit, we got a chick. We got a chick.
In that case, I don't care.
Got a prosthetic arm, man, and I didn't even realize that shit until today. The fucked up part about it is she got a nice ass too.
Hey, I smash.
I smash, nigga. I'll be like, hey, put that prosthetic arm on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I'm saying. If she got a nice ass, what's that got to do with her arm?
Nigga. Hey, I'll kiss her stump, nigga. Hey, she got a nice ass.
I would have her rub my balls with her stuff. She'd be rubbing all over my balls with her stuff.
I didn't know that because she was wearing long sleeves. The first day that I saw her, she was wearing like
you know what I would do,
and I didn't see her left hand because she got one of them. She got them damn hooks that look like scissors and shit. One of them kind of prosthetic arms.
Hey, you know what would be funny though? Would you be funny if you were getting there from the back with that big old booty? You be coming to slap your ass, and have her arm coming back.
So, hey, I ain't gonna lie, cause booties have got me past a whole lot of ugly bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like you ugly, that ass though. You know what I'm saying? Like you winning due to that ass. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Fucking Audi.
No, it's not that. I just can't. I gotta have a weak heart like that. I can't wake up next to some T-Rex and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not me. I can't do that, man.
Yeah, that's why you guys are going to hell.
My blood,
yeah, of course, both of the Audi drivers making some bomb asses excuses and shit.
I can't do it. I can't do it, man. The bitches I fuck with have to be on a certain level, man.
I'm just trying to keep it as real as possible. There's certain things in life you do not compromise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's certain lines you don't cross. You know what I mean? And I refuse to cross those lines. I just can't do it. Because I'm like Batman. If I kill one, where would it end? You know what I mean? I
would like never-ending line of booty. As long as
AKA the Asian Bruce Wayne. Let's do that. Like fuck it. Like you know what I'm saying? I refuse. I smash cat women. You know what I'm saying? Ra's al Ghul's daughter, whatever the fuck her name was, and all that. I don't deal with no, you know what I'm saying? I don't deal with no messed up bitches. I can't do it. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah. You have standards. You got to. Don't be one of these dudes out here with no standards. That's terrifying. You just smash.
Hey, no, I got standards. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
bad.
I'm saying.
If the punani ain't trimmed right, it's a problem. If it smells funny or the pH balance don't make 7, it's a problem. Nigga, but you know, ugly chicks can get it too, as long as they got ass. But I'm not.
You just said you'd hit a bitch with one arm, one arm
don't make her ugly. If she cute and got ass, but she missing an arm,
I will give you that. As long as she's still fine and she still got both cheeks, I'll hit it.
I hit it.
That shit will throw me off. Because I'm full contact with my shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying? So she won't be able to survive with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm African, bitches like that shit. But anyway, back to the subject. World War II.
What you think about the whole?
Yeah, welcome to the round table, fam. That's how we do it.
like women and gaming and stuff like that. That's all well and good. I love that. Do you know what I'm saying? What I don't love is this kind of feminazi thing which we have now, where women are just being inserted everywhere where they kind of do not need to be. It started with the whole Ghostbusters thing, and now I think it's gone a little bit too far. Like, think about it, yeah. Last year, most of the games, most of the big budget games had female leads last year. Do you know what I'm saying? That shit even leaked into Star Wars and shit like that. We had games like Horizon, and you know what? It's good. It's good. But right now it seems like they're making too much of a push. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like Like it seems like there's some kind of agenda, for lack of a better word, and stuff. So, women in gaming, cool. When it's forced down your throat, not so cool and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's beginning to reach that point where it's not so cool. Do you know what I'm saying? So, that's just my personal view on it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that opinion at all. It's a round table. There's no such thing as a bad opinion. You know what I'm saying? Agree or disagree. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, he don't want no bitches up in there. But it's a valuable reason. I mean, I understand the point. I understand the reason of it. You know what I'm saying? It's directly inaccurate.
The only thing that I don't like about the whole situation is how much they have to inject a female into something. You don't have to do that. Like Aloy is fine as a character. She's a female. It's fine. It's whatever. Like it's not even a big deal. But you're injecting a female into a scenario where a female should not be. It's weird. Like you're doing it on purpose. You know what I mean? There's no reason to have her there. Like it's just not. Especially the way you made her look. It just seemed like she's kind of, you know what I'm saying, what you would call it, fan service. You know what I mean? But at the same time, have a female so females won't be like, how come you don't have no females in this game? You know what I mean? As if like, I mean, are y'all sure y'all want females to be in every game? Every game? You sure? There's some games.
Nowadays, here's the thing. Nowadays, they're switching up games.
Have you seen how thick Chun-Li is, though? I mean,
man. Yeah, but
I can have that in every game. You know
the thing is, you better get used to that while you still can and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because real talk, all of that shit's gonna be gone from games soon. You're seeing it. Like Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball 2 didn't even come out in the West just because of developers being scared of just what a few women who don't even really play these video games will say. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the point where we're at now, where people can't even really express where they really feel or release the stuff they really want to because they're scared of what a vocal minority might say and shit like that. So it's like, when they're doing things like putting all these women in these games, are they doing it out of artistic integrity? Like, yeah, we want to make a female character, which is cool, or are they just doing it just to please some women who probably aren't going to buy the game? Yeah, just basically pander and stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of.
Too. I think
it's a little bit on both sides.
What you think? What's your point on it then, Diver?
I just jumped back in, but if I heard it right, I think what they're making the girls in here, I think it's to bring girls into play too. I mean, what if we play games and all it is female characters? I mean, we would want the male characters to be too, you know?
But think about where we all started and stuff like that, yeah? Like, I'm not too old, but I'm not like a kid and shit like that. I started playing off on the NES, like really and shit like that. And the fact that Super Mario was white didn't really register. do you know what I'm saying? It was like, this game, Super Mario was like, the Mario Brothers are two white dudes, jumping on mushrooms and shit like that. None of that shit makes any sense. The game was good, and that's all that matters. Like everything that's happening, like in Hollywood.
But this is a whole different generation, brother. This is a different generation. You got girls that are playing way more than ever before.
That's what I'm saying. Girls played Super Mario back then. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a gamer and stuff, like our generation was the generation where gaming was pretty much more accessible and stuff like that. Because Super Mario, that was a big revelation for everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you're a male or female, you was going to like that. You were going to like that at that time because it was something new. It was something fresh. Do you know what I'm saying? Growing up in the 90s was dope because we had so much stuff like that was just new and popping and stuff like that. We had the Ninja Turtles, we had stuff like Sister. Like, even though that's a show, I'm not sure to say if it's primarily aimed at women, but there was no really male lead characters in that. Niggas still watch that shit, you know what I'm saying? Women watch Kenan and Kel. If something's dope, it's dope. People are gonna flock to it. It is what it is. There's female, like, look, I'm sure many of you guys watch Powerpuff Girls and stuff like that. It may not have been your favorite show, but you can admit that show was dope because it was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Mojo Jojo,
I never watched no Powerpuff Girls.
Hey, you crazy. Mojo Jojo.
You an old nigga. You an old nigga right there.
Y'all niggas look like Mojo Jojo, nigga. Without that, nigga.
Hey, since Nerd came through with the Hulk shit, that's exactly what I'm saying. Pandering, right? So I'm an Asian dude, right? You would think now that the Hulk in the mainline Marvel stories is Asian, I'm supposed to be happy about that. But that's some pandering shit. I hate that.
Well, they do got Bruce Banner back though.
Right now they do, but for a while he was no longer the Hulk, right?
It
was brought him back because of all the backlash. Real talk, like as an Asian dude, that was pandering as fucking. I hate that shit.
Well,
Why
That's an
society-
Asian. That's an Asian universe.
that same
No,
dude,
no, 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 no. It's not an
Amadeus
Asian
Child,
universe.
he was
Asian
Iron Spider
universe.
for a minute too. You know what I mean? He had a Spider-Man suit too as well.
That's
No,
the
but
problem though. That's the problem. So here's the thing. I know they want to like diversify their portfolio and shit and have other people read their shit, which is cool, you know what I mean? But why change the Hulk? I love the Hulk. It's
See,
Bruce Banner.
yeah.
But you got to
It's
read the
Bruce
story.
Banner, you know what I mean?
Happened,
Like
though. You got
you
to read the
change
story about what happened, though. It ain't like they just say, "Oh, Bruce Banner's dead and you're the Hulk." Like Amadeus
no,
Child,
no,
he's a
no.
scientist. He's like one of the second smartest person on the earth.
I
And
know,
when he
fam.
was, when he, and when,
Fam.
huh?
I'm trying to get to the point. It's not about how he got there and whatnot, because I read the background. I have not read the comic books. I will be clear about that, but I have read enough about it. You know what I mean? To understand where it's
Basically,
from and
what
all
he's
that
saying
stuff.
is
I
that
read the history of all
Oriental
of it.
Hulk is a little
It's
bit
just
pandering and shit like that.
it's just very much pandering. Because you
Shit, they got the
as an Asian
Chinese
dude, I'm
Justice
like,
League.
you don't see why
To
that's
be
a problem, fam? Like you're bringing it up like it shouldn't be a problem. That's a problem, fam. Like
Because
the Hulk
basically
is
it's playing on
dude
the
who broke
Asian stereotype of Asians being smart
right.
and shit like that. Do you know what I'm
But
Here's
saying?
the thing, man.
it's a
No,
bunch of
no, no, no,
Asian
no, no, no,
pilots
no.
fighting it, so I guess
All
they
right,
just didn't get
bruh. I'm trying to say some Asian shit. Like, can I finish saying some Asian shit? This is some Asian shit, right? Like, listen, he's an Asian Hulk. Am I supposed to be happy about that? No, because I like the original Hulk. If you want me to like an Asian character, just make an Asian character. You know what I
Which
mean?
is
Don't
dope.
inject an Asian dude into a mainline story already and sideline the main story. For a while, dude, Marvel was doing that. They sideline all their main stories, and they came
Yeah,
out with
yeah,
these
yeah,
new
yeah.
characters that realistically are all pandering ass characters. You know what I mean?
Hey,
They
but
came out with a
hey,
girl
I'm gonna
named
keep.
America,
Let me just
and
say
she was
something real
Hispanic
quick.
chick.
Miles
You know what I'm
Morales is
saying?
a fucking wicked Spider-Man. He's better than Peter Parker. Eat
Hey,
a dick, Peter
I'm
Parker.
not taking anything away from any of these characters. I'm just saying it's pandering as fuck. It's obviously
Yo,
pandering. You know what I
Black
mean?
Spider-Man is fucking hype,
Well, you got
nigga.
to think about it
Yeah,
though. When these
Black
comic books was
man.
created, it was white people writing these comic books for white teenagers. Now it's so
Don't let me
dilucified.
ask you this,
These
fam.
studios want these other money. Why not make an Asian Justice League
Right,
so we can get some
but
well,
money?
here's the thing.
You
Here's
know
the
what I mean?
thing. They can
don't
make
Why
white
a.
not?
Here's
people
the
like
thing. They
real
can
shit,
make a
right?
new character. They can make
Real
a new
shit, right?
character
You
with
know
new
how mad I
powers
get.
altogether.
Well, do you know how
Like,
mad I get when people was like, "Well, Goku look white"? I'm like, "You out of your fucking mind?
He
Find me
do.
a dude,
fact. No,
bruh.
he
Find me a
doesn't. He
white dude that
doesn't. He
looks more
don't,
What?
like
bro.
Goku than I
He
do.
don't. He
Oh,
don't. Goku don't
Carnage
look white.
Find me a
definitely look
Goku that
white.
looks
You
more
know what I
like,
mean?
you know what I'm saying? A white dude that looks more like Goku than I do. I
Goku don't look
promise you,
white,
he will
fam.
not. I will
He
turn
look
on my
white to me.
camera
I'm
right
sorry.
now, cause
I mean,
come on. But
I
that's the
know.
thing, though. Like, I don't like it when white people like put a white character into an obviously Asian story. I don't like it when they took an Asian character and place it into where a white dude already exists.
Like
Like,
the
make
Great
a new
Wall
character.
movie.
Make a new character.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
yeah.
saying. You're doing too much shit. You're injecting
Shit,
shit into
like
certain
Ghost in
things.
the Shell, man. They, like,
You know what I
God
mean?
damn,
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
really
But that's
disrespected that
not
They
the
did
shit.
the
issue
shit
with
with the
this, right?
Sorcerer Supreme and Doctor Strange. That was supposed to be an old Asian dude, not a bald head white woman.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Exactly.
You
But
know what I mean?
but that's all I'm
Shit,
saying, right?
man. You gotta think about it.
If you're gonna
Niggas
go
turn Jesus
go the
white, man.
opposite route,
Anybody's vulnerable.
if you're gonna
Yeah,
go the
real shit.
opposite route, you
Real
can't do the
shit.
same thing to white
He's
people. That's
supposed to be
messed up.
Arabian or some shit.
Word up.
End of the day.
He's
If
supposed to be
all
black, my
the
From
nigga.
the
He's
Middle
supposed to be
East.
black.
He like motherfuckers work at
Yeah.
7-Eleven. You want to be technical.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The book itself literally says hair
Hair
of
of
wool,
wool, skin of
skin of
bronze.
bronze. That's me,
And
nigga.
Arabians have hair of wool and skin of
What?
bronze, just like
What,
niggas do.
nigga? When I
Yes.
take my braids out, this is straight wool, man. Bitches love that shit. Oh
Nigga, my
my
shit
god,
is
your hair
beyond
so.
wool, nigga. My shit, when I grow my shit out, my shit is static clean, nigga. Nigga, this shit will, nigga, connect to anything. I used to hide games in my shit, nigga. Like my shit is just, nigga, like insanely gripping, nigga. I would choke a bitch out with my hair, nigga. No problem, nigga. That's how
Hey,
bad
I
that
got a
shit
question.
is.
I got a question. I had to get booted off, but yo, nerd, why don't you do me a favor? Because I'm really interested, and I'm sure some of the people also here are interested. Is how did the Hulk become Asian? How did that come about? And explain it without any interruptions, please.
Well, Amadeus
What?
Child and Bruce Banner, they both scientists. And pretty much when Bruce Banner, he was beaten as a child, so he grew up with so much anger. So Amadeus Child told him, say, that's probably why your Hulk has so much rage. Me not having that anger, let me take that gamma and let me take that burden from you. And Bruce Banner was like, cool. And Amadeus Child, since he didn't have that trauma as a kid, he was able to control his Hawk, where his
Yeah,
Hawk
he was an
is more
intelligent
of
Hawk.
like a fungi Spider-Man type of personality, like a teenager, where Bruce Banner was full of rage because of the beatings that his dad went through, gave him through, and all the abuse like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it wasn't like they just said, "Oh, we changing the Hawk from a white dude to an Asian dude." There was a reason
Nah,
behind it.
yeah, it was a reason behind it.
No, there's
No,
always
like
gonna be a good
every character.
storyline written and stuff like that.
Here's
There's
the
always gonna
thing
be a
though.
good reason for why the
Every
but they just should
mainline
have just made a
Marvel,
new character. Do you know what I'm saying?
every
There was just
main
no need to
every
take
mainline Marvel
the
character
Hulk and make
had
it something different.
that happen to them, right? Every mainline character had like a race swap for whatever reason. And yes, none
Yeah.
of them truly went away, but they took all their mainline story away and they changed it to these characters, which no
Well,
one cared for. Like real talk, come on, fam. Marvel
Apart from
Comics
Miles
has not been
Morales.
selling well at all
see,
because of it.
what Marvel,
You know
what
what I
they
mean?
did with their multiverse, it was a universe where all their characters were different and it was black, and that's how you got the Black Nick Fury, and they actually
No,
have comic book.
that's the Ultimate Universe. The Ultimate
Yeah,
Universe had different racial backgrounds and all that stuff. That's where Miles Morales came from too, the Ultimate Universe. But it got
yeah,
fused into the original line story, right?
Into
yeah. But
Earth
So,
in
into Earth
so now
Miles's,
Miles
in
616.
is in
Miles's
the
world,
original
Peter
story.
Parker was already dead.
Yeah. But Peter Parker was already dead before then though. Peter Parker was he got killed by what's his name? Octavius and stuff. They did a body swap. And then when he came back, Peter
That was,
Parker came back in Doc Ock's
nah,
body and
that
Doc
was
Ock
Superior
This is
Spider-Man you're
Superior
talking
Spider-Man.
about.
speed
That's a
yes,
different
Superior
storyline.
Spider-Man.
That's a different storyline.
God damn. So he's dead in the other
Do you know how many times
Peter
Peter
canon as
Parker
well.
Parker
died?
is dead in the Ultimate Universe.
Do you
And
know how many
Superior
times Peter Parker
Spider-Man,
died
he
already?
get his shit back. Yeah.
This man died way too many times already.
Oh
Peter
And then they
Parker
shit.
got
died
Well,
a million times.
if he's dead
then they
already,
have a
people can't really
clone.
be mad
They have
about
a Spider-Man
Miles
clone, Ben
Morales.
Reilly, out there too.
Yep. Which is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite Spider-Man, by the way. Scarlet Spider is my favorite Spider-Man. I
What
think
do you
that's the
think of
dopest
Silk?
Spider-Man. She too
Have
fun.
you?
You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah,
She
yeah,
too
yeah.
fun.
It's a shame that her shit got cancelled, bro.
I mean, shit.
Hey, what's up, Arian, Cal? Y'all niggas whack, nigga. Y'all niggas go always off the fucking
Captain
topic. Shit,
America did not
Asian
have
hoax
a
and
race
shit.
swap, but
Yeah.
No,
Sam Wilson
here's the
and the Falcon took over as Captain America clone in the comments.
yep. So real quick, the reason why I brought that up, all I want to do is just use that as an example. It's just to say, sometimes you don't really need to inject some shit that's not supposed to be there into some shit already for that shit to be good.
Facts.
It's a
Yeah,
game
yeah.
about World War II. Just let it be a fun game about World War II. Why you gotta do so much shit? Why you gotta do extra shit?
Just
You
keep
know
it
what I mean?
historically accurate. That's all.
I mean, not even
True
story
that.
accurate. It's just like don't make stuff where motherfuckers just look at it and be like, huh? But
Yeah.
why? You know what I mean? Just why take me out of the what do you call it?
Well,
The immersions. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
immersion of
I,
the game because it just
I'll
seems
play
so
devil's advocate,
ridiculous.
right? I'll play devil's advocate on
It's
that, and I'll say this. I'll say one reason why is they want to attract more people to it, more people who don't normally play it, right? And the reason why they
But
would probably do
has
that.
that really does having a woman in it really equal more sales? Like look up Call of Duty 4. No women in it.
Right.
One of the best
I
selling
mean,
I mean, does
multiplayer
it
games
really
ever.
matter though? Does it really
No,
matter?
hold
There's
on.
a female in it.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, niggas. What I'm saying is that they're looking for any kind of way to make money like they normally don't. I mean, like they normally do.
But does this necessarily make money, or does it
No,
just put
I
off
mean,
the
well,
already
maybe.
established fan base?
Well, in order to open it up, it won't hurt to open it up to make more money. You know what I'm saying?
My
I mean,
wife played Call of
if you
Duty and
taking
she
away
said
something, you gotta
before
give
they
away. You
was
gotta get
have female characters.
I'm just saying, like that. How y'all niggas know? Y'all niggas work for EA, nigga. I'm just
Now
telling you
my
one reason behind it would be if you taking out one of your money makers, like the premium pass made them a lot of fucking money, a lot. All right, so for them taking that shit out, it's like, okay, well, what the fuck are they gonna do to make up for that shit? You know what I'm saying? Every time you sell something in business, you have to do better each time. In order, that's your goal. Your goal is always better than your last goal. So they're going to want to make more money regardless of what they put in or take out. They're saying they're not doing loot boxes. So what are they doing? I mean, if they got to try to get some LGBT or some chicks or whatever to stream it for them to help sell their games, because you know them titty stream bitches, you know what I'm saying, be getting these niggas to watch some
Getting
shit.
them views.
Maybe that's a tactic that they're trying to do. I'm just trying to tell you, like,
I be watching them.
You know what I'm saying? I don't watch them, nigga. My girl got a nice set already. I don't need to, fantasize. I'd rather play my game than worry about these bitches acting like they gonna show me some nipples. They're not showing nipples, nigga. I don't give a fuck. So, but still, a lot of people watch that shit and maybe getting girl gamers in there to stream it with a girl that a lot of niggas, believe it or not, watch these chicks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe they want to get that shit. Like,
would a female character really help that much though? Is that the type of females you want to go after anyway? You know what I mean?
Think about it.
Whole ass bitches that act like they gonna show you some shit, but not like are they really like going that route?
How do you think PUBG got famous because of streaming? Period. And look at that game. You know what I'm saying? Look at how much content you get with it. Look at all of this shit.
Yeah, but there wasn't female. But there's not necessarily.
It wasn't female. No, it wasn't females. People already stream Battlefield, but if they get these women to do this shit that does that type of shit, people will go and watch it, and there'll be more exposure for them. That's free fucking.
I got a question for Gambit.
Go ahead.
Well, what about Mulan, nigga?
What about Mulan? This has nothing to do with it.
Fuck?
It's a female character that kicked ass, right?
I never said female character can't kick ass.
Nigga, that came from nowhere.
Mulan, no, nigga.
This has nothing. No. All right,
that was so racist. It was hilarious.
No. See, you guys are hyping his ass up. You guys are hyping his ass up about racist. It's not racist. I'm being honest. It's a girl. It's a girl. Hold on. Let me finish. It's a girl that back in the days they could not even pick up a fucking sword or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So why you're not having a problem? You know what? Who knows if there was girls in World War II or not?
I feel you, Diver. I feel you, but I don't think you following what I'm saying. I never said females in the past was never cold, bro. I'm Vietnamese. Do you know, like in my histories, there's like cold ass bitches in history that actually held Vietnam down. You know what I'm saying? There's a pair of twin sisters that actually held Vietnam down.
Exactly. But how much do you hear about them?
Bro, but that's the thing though. Listen, like that was real shit, right? A female that was fighting in World War II with nice hair, that's not real. That's not even close to real. That's not even at all like close to real. Like first of all,
nigga, but didn't you guys trip out when the Tomb Raider bitch came out looking like motherfucking what's his name? When she came out of the mud, y'all was talking shit. Oh, look how dirty she is, and this and that. And now motherfuckers are saying that this one's pretty. Come on, make up your mind.
Listen, but you don't follow, Diver. You need to follow what we're saying. I never said anything about females not being in the game and couldn't be cold. Bro, I play Horizon. I play Hellblade. I said that was the best game of last year. What do you mean? It's not about that. It's about putting things where it shouldn't be and then making it weird. Like it's just weird. You know
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I know. I'm not saying that females are not cold. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like you were saying how World War II time and she looks like a model and this and that, and then that's what we're talking about. But when we were talking about Tomb Raider, you and both King were saying how dirty she looked and how she came out looking like Rambo coming out the mud and blah blah blah. So I'm like, which way is it? You know what I mean?
What are you saying?
I thought that shit was tight. She was coming out the mud.
I don't understand.
I was just mad because I mean,
bro, like
that's my problem.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, make it realistic. If you're gonna have her in there, have her in there. Don't have her running around like she just came off of a Paris, modeling show.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Dirty up, have her beat up, have her look like she just went through a fucking war. Don't have her like, out here looking like she has some heels on, ready to walk down a runway. What the fuck?
Yeah, real shit.
You feel me? Like, come on. You're not justifying her at all with her perfect ass blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just out here looking like she's been like dolled up in a war. Like how? And it's not even that. It's just more about like, bro, this is World War II, fam. Like, do you understand the craziness of it? Fam, I was saying earlier, the craziness of war, fam. If you was in World War II, think about this shit. You could die at any minute. There's a fine ass bitch next to you fighting. Ain't shit gonna happen? Okay. Like, bro, if she looked that way, fam, 24/7 in a war, do you really think she's gonna make it out of that war? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She don't get raped by the enemy, she don't get raped by the allies. Like, come on, man. Like, that's so unrealistic.
You probably get thrown in the motherfucking bamboo cage and shit and get raped 30 times a day.
Wait for
Be like, Mao, Mao, Mao.
But exactly, Elvis. I was saying that before the chat even started, before we even started the podcast. I was saying that why couldn't they make her Russian? Because Russians have snipers. You feel me? Because they had a whole squadron of female snipers.
Wait. Do we know if she Russian? She might be Russian. Oh no, she spoke
British.
Perfect English. Yeah,
she's British.
Yeah, she spoke.
And no British women, matter of fact, was in World War II fighting. They was in World War II. They was not fighting. They was like medics.
I hear that.
And other shit.
Well, I see the panel. I see the panel is really upset and not upset. I don't give two fucks. Lincoln don't give two fucks.
I'm not upset.
Nerd, I don't know.
You feel me?
You know, y'all got shit to say. I'll say that. Y'all niggas got shit to say on the situation. And all points are viable, to be honest, my nigga. This is all good points.
And as far as the Tomb Raider thing, it's like the Tomb Raider thing is
like that.
Like Mr. Righteous Fish, nigga. He's saying it's a video game, so it's all unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. Right. But here's the thing, though. If you're gonna name something what it is, then let it be what it is. You know what I mean? Right. If you're gonna name something World War II, make sure it's some World War II shit. Like, it doesn't have to be completely accurate to World War II, because World War I was not accurate at all. Battlefield 1 was not accurate, but it just seemed out of place and weird. I'm not saying a woman can't be badass. I'm just saying it's weird. It's out of place. And you just playing a game about, you know, World War II where motherfuckers out here killing each other with bayonettas and shit. And here comes this fine ass chick just running past you like, what the fuck?
Bayonettas.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me though? Like, you feel me? It's weird. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, if I was playing Tomb Raider, I expect that shit. It's a fantasized world where this badass bitches run around with dual pistols. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I expect that in that type of game.
Status.
You feel me? Hey, like, you over here trying to sell me a gritty ass battlefield game. You in a battlefield. This is fine ass chick running around with you, and all the male dude looked like they was all messed up and shit, but she was all fine. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's just weird and out of place. That's all it is.
You know, it don't bug me. You know, I'm handy with the sniper rifle too, so she can get her top blown off like the rest of them.
Hey, let me know when you ready to get on that battlefield, nigga. That's all I want to know, nigga. Let me know. On to the next topic, though. It's the same game, though. You know what I'm saying? We talked about the chick. You know what I'm saying? But next point on this shit is, will EA fuck it up? Will they put microtransactions in it? They took out.
I can't call it, man.
Out premium. They took premium out. They have to make that money somewhere, like I said before. Do you think they're gonna fuck it up and somehow, some way, make it to where microtransactions are something like Battlefront, or maybe worse, or maybe not worse? But what are they gonna do to make that money up? Do you think they're gonna just leave it how it is, or what? What do y'all think? What do you think, Lincoln? Go for it, bro.
Like you said, just never know with EA. They some dastardly motherfuckers. I just don't know. So sorry.
I think they're gonna have to leave it.
You see it when you believe it.
I mean, they say they're not gonna put microtransactions in this Battlefield, but yet in some meeting, I think with investors, a week ago or something like that, they said they're gonna push forward with loot boxes.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that they weren't talking about Battlefield, but they were talking about just period. And that includes Battlefield.
I
remember them saying that shit. Yeah, they said they're going to push forward with the microtransactions. They didn't say it was going to be microtransactions in the game.
With microtransactions, but it's not going to be loot box.
So I think
I think they're going to give up.
They'll probably sell a lot of cosmetic shit to make that money up. New uniform.
I think that's what it is. I think they put a lot of
guns.
As far as the Star Wars franchise goes, I think EA's relationship is over, or it's in serious jeopardy. So as far as first-person shooters, what's your biggest game? And that's Battlefield.
That's Battlefield.
You know what I think they might do, man? It might be wild as hell, but they might just go the route of they still do microtransactions, but instead of loot boxes, because you can't really know what you're getting with a loot box, right? You just open up a chest and whatever comes out, comes out. But if they give you the opportunity to just buy whatever the fuck you want, that's different. You know what I mean? So that's still microtransaction, but it's not a loot box. You can get what you want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're not
like they
gambling
might
for
just
what
go
you
that
want.
route, and they don't have to call it loot boxes because it's not loot boxes, but it's still microtransactions. You know what I mean? Like you still have to pay extra shit on top of your $60 to get some other shit.
True.
Yeah, because that's not called gambling, so they can do that.
Exactly. That's not gambling. You know what you're getting. and they probably just jack the price up.
hey, Mighty Mouse, my nigga. Hey, I'm off all weekend, my nigga. I got a 3-day weekend, man. We can get in that Battlefield. I'm back on it too. In fact, me and my boys get on tonight. To play Battlefield anyway. So like, nigga, if you want, I don't know where you at, but nigga, in Cali, we on like around 9-10 o'clock. You want to hop on and squad up, my nigga? Let me know, my nigga. I'm always down, nigga. Always, nigga. No fucking problem, nigga. I'm a beast around here, nigga. You see me?
Hey, you better put that shit on live so I can see that shit.
Yeah, I know. I gotta set it up though. You gotta set it up on the PlayStation, my nigga.
Word one, yeah. When was the last time Call of Duty gave out some free DLC, fam?
Shit, have they?
I remember getting a whole bunch of free DLC for Battlefield 4.
Yeah. What you think about it too? What you think about it too, though? Royal, since you want it, what do you think? You already said your thoughts on it, huh? Would you think they gonna do it or what?
Yeah, I think they're gonna like just do straight up microtransactions, but not loot boxes. Just like straight up this. If you want this gun, you can buy this gun, $4. Like they jack the price up on it, but you know what you're getting, so it's not gambling. You know what I mean? It's not a loot box. You know exactly what you're getting, so it's fair.
Yeah, all the sniper rifles for $14.99, all the assault shit for $14.99.
Right.
So they did that before, didn't they? And like in part 3.
Right, and who wouldn't do that? Everybody would buy that because if you go and buy it and I see that you got it, I'm gonna spend $14 to get it so I can get back at you. So to be honest, that's a lot smarter.
Not really pay to win, but more like pay to advance faster than everybody else.
Word, because everybody has the opportunity to buy it.
Because I mean, you could buy a gun that's doper than me, but if you suck, I can still kill you. You know what I'm saying? I can still monkey you with a
word. But that's when people are gonna finally notice that it's the player.
Right.
I noticed that shit with all shooting games. I noticed that shit that they give you some bomb ass guns for free already, so everybody can have one. But then they'll sell some shit that's bomb too, but in a different way. And then you know what I'm saying, people go and buy shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how you know them motherfuckers ain't on that game for real. Because if you own a certain game for real, then you wouldn't need all that. The ones that do want to get themselves that edge, you know what I mean? Because they not about that life. Whatever game you're on, if you a Call of Duty dude and you play plenty of Call of Duty, you would outplay most motherfuckers that don't play it often. You know what I mean? That's how it is. You play Battlefield religiously, you know what I'm saying? You'll pop headshots easier than other motherfuckers. That's just the way the game goes. So some motherfuckers that's kind of play it but don't really play it, you know what I'm saying? They would want to buy that shit just to run with motherfuckers who play it all the damn time. But then they'll realize that shit don't really fucking matter because you still get murked over here with your $5 gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at King. King always getting killed in his game.
Yeah, I do. I don't camp, nigga. I mean, I can easily camp or jump into a tank and just sit there and blow people up. I could do all that if I wanted to, but why, nigga? My shit is about skill. And if you got something to say, nigga, it's nothing to boot the game up and destroy you.
Nigga, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm just saying that you get killed a lot because you go out there and do what you do.
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga. I gotta run out and do that shit. I still come in first place.
Hey, as for me, I'm a camper. I camp all day. I wait for niggas like you to come by and shoot them in the back of their neck.
I mean,
some free games. You look like a camper. I mean, it's
Xbox. Give away free maps, cuz. Like, how you gonna say they don't give away free shit? What do you mean? That's all I was saying. They give away free shit too, fam. They give away free maps, like whole packets of maps and shit. Giant ass Battlefield maps, not no Call of Duty small ass maps. And I play both. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean?
What you think about it, nerd, my nigga? What you think about this? What they gonna do with it, my nigga? Like you said, $14.99 game guns, and that's it. They gonna give out packs.
They're gonna sell all the guns for every category. They're going so you can max them shits out right away. And they probably going to sell you some exclusive gear, you know what I mean? Some different color fatigues, a different color vest, different skins on your guns. There's ways for them to nickel and dime you to get their money back. Believe that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they'll find a way. You know what I'm saying? They'll find a way.
What you think, MVP? If you're there, I think if I would take a shit.
Yo.
Oh, my bad. Hey, run. Say that again. My bad.
No, you get it. I'll say the MVP.
What do I think they're gonna do?
Yeah, with the download shit, with the DLCs or whatever. The maps is free. So what they gonna do to make money? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically, you know, that just much like Raw said, they're gonna definitely have some kind of scheme where they end up ripping us off anyway and shit like that. It's what EA do and shit like that. It's just not gonna be called loot boxes and shit. It's pretty much going to be microtransactions where you pay for the joint and you just get what you get. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in this age where these games are costing a lot of money to make and shit like that, and these developers are trying to just get as much money back from us as possible, even if it's like just giving us half of the game and then selling us the rest, which is pretty much like the business model they all follow now and shit like that. So stuff that we used to unlock in game for free just for putting time in, now they want to sell that shit to us.
Hell yeah, remember like with
just
fighting games back in the day, like Tekken and shit, you just beat the game with a certain character, unlock another one. Now they want $5.99 for that motherfucker.
Yeah, shit.
No,
I think
you
Motherfucking
get a
Capcom
challenge.
was like
Like,
$8. Nigga, like
I remember certain characters you had to like beat a certain challenge. You had to get a certain amount of perfects. You gotta land certain first attacks and do all kinds of shit.
dying,
And then you'll get to them and they're the
And
final
get
boss
perfects
instead of
and
the
shit like
original
that.
boss. Like, right? If you want to get like Shin Akuma or some shit, you have to play the game in a certain way on the hardest mode. And then once you get to a Bison, instead of fighting Bison, you fight Shin Akuma. If you can beat him, which is damn near impossible when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But it's damn near impossible to beat Shin Akuma, man. I used to get so salty fighting that motherfucker. But once you finally beat him, you got him too. And that's it. You ain't got to pay for that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That OP ass
everything was locked behind skill walls, not paywalls. It was all about skill walls.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
and now because of that,
nowadays,
it's just encouraging developers to make like games which blatantly aren't finished.
But you can see in the culture, though. You can see it in the culture, and that's why it's going that way. The culture is going towards that direction. Unfortunately,
who started that?
You know what I mean?
Damn, Killer Instinct.
Gamers of this generation.
To tell the truth.
Gamer of this generation, motherfuckers who say shit like, you know what I'm saying, a company who has exclusive shit's anti-consumer. That's some shit that happens. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. Dumb shit like that. That's how it happens.
Capcom started it with Tekken vs Street Fighter when they had Mega Man on the disc locked behind a paywall.
No, they had Horong.
No, I reckon it started before that.
Horong.
I reckon it
almost everybody.
It started when Microsoft chose DVD instead of Blu-ray, or HDVD. Do you know what I'm saying? Because developers complained like back then. They said, "Yo, we're not going to be able to fit the whole games on a disc, on a DVD." Do you know what I'm saying? Because remember, the HD era is totally different to what we had on a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was DVD. Do you know what I'm saying? So we were supposed to step up. Microsoft didn't go with HD, DVD, or Blu-ray, and developers were complaining. And then Microsoft was like, "Yo, sell them the rest of the game. The rest is history. The rest is motherfucking history and shit." Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly,
it started. I mean, you're right though. It did kind of start last gen.
Yeah,
with like DLC maps and shit. That's when it actually starts last gen.
All the bullshit started last gen, bro. DLCs, everything. EA's online pass shit. All that bullshit started last gen.
Yeah.
I remember when SoCon came out and you had to get the magazine that had the disc in there to get the extra map.
Oh. Man, I mean, shit was crazy.
I really didn't see gaming going to a place with all these microtransactions and them actually saying, "Yeah, we need it." Think about it, yeah. Really and truly, yeah, it should be illegal for us to pay for online because we get advertised to. Do you know what I'm saying? So that money that, like, let's say Pizza Hut gets, Microsoft get from Pizza Hut to advertise to us online. That's what should be paying for the servers and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But because they know that most gamers are ignorant of the way business actually works, they can get away with this bullshit. Think about it. Most of these games.
I found this shit out a while ago.
I was watching this video on YouTube, and they said that Microsoft makes $500 million a year just on Xbox Live subscriptions.
Oh, for sure.
That's
their main source of income at this moment.
That's not even including
why is these
revenue.
niggas not taking that revenue and fucking investing in some game developers? You figure every 2 years, that's $1 billion, yo.
But they're not passionate about gaming. They're not passionate about gaming.
They're not even trying to expand. They're making $2 billion every year without doing shit. So why do shit?
The problem is you're a gamer and you think like a gamer. They're not gamers. They're business people. They only think about business.
Yeah,
and ain't no room for that shit.
Board members and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's why they don't get sequels to games that don't sell. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Sony will do a sequel to a game that don't sell. Do you know what I'm saying? So will Nintendo, or Bayonetta. Do you know what I'm saying? Microsoft don't do that. Like Sunset Overdrive had a lot of potential, but because it didn't sell, we'll never see another one. Do you know what I'm saying? unless they release it on PC and it does better there and shit like that. Like all the Microsoft
PC and PS4 shit. And Insomniac own that shit, so they can can release it everywhere. That was the deal with Microsoft. Remember, is that it wasn't on PS4 simply because Sony wanted to own it, and they were like, "No, we want to own this game. Y'all own Ratchet and Clank already." So
yeah.
they own. They went to Microsoft and said, "Okay, just put it on our system, and we'll let you own it. We'll pay you some money." So they put it on their system, and they own that game. So now they can take that game and put it anywhere they want to put it.
Yeah, and even though that's very friendly to the developers, Sony pretty much have the right idea.
They want to be able to own the franchise, so they can keep running that franchise the way they want to and have it exclusive.
And they want to keep control of the developers and shit like that. Media Molecule and shit, they can't go nowhere because they can't go to another company and get money for them and say, yeah, we've got all this stuff, invest in us because we got all this stuff like Little Big Planet and shit like that. They ain't got nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? If you leave Sony, you're basically starting again from the beginning. So Sony own all those niggas. They literally own all those niggas. And even though what Microsoft did was like really cool and stuff like that, they shouldn't have done that. They need to have these motherfuckers by the balls and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Pause.
I mean, at the end of the day, to us it's gaming, but to them it's business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, to them, like, so as far as Sony is concerned, that's a smart business decision. As far as like for the developers, it sucked for them, but and for gamers, it kind of sucked for us too. Like real talk, like gamers. Like we would want developers to have more freedom because the more freedom they have, the crazier the games could be. You know what I mean? But as far as the business, side of it, you can't have that because like there's no quality control in that shit. You know what I mean? You can't quality control third party. They don't belong to you. You can't quality control them. But if you're a first party, I can have some say about your motherfucking game. You know what I mean? I'll let you run it, but this game before it comes out, I'll let you know if it's garbage or not. I can't just have you put this shit on my console. It's just garbage. You know what I mean? Like that's where Microsoft's fucking up because most of their shit is third party, and you can't really control third party. You can't.
Well, like I'm not gonna lie, Microsoft they did come with a genius idea. Like I just realized, that Game Pass, I was actually gonna do a video about this week, but I just didn't have the time. But Game Pass is like basically early access, Steam early access, but disguised and shit like that. So now they can like make these games like Sea of Thieves and State of Decay, which are really like low budget games and shit like that, but they can still get heralded as exclusives and shit like that. And because you're only paying like $10 a month and shit like that, you can't really say that much about them and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just that the games are trash. So it's like you are getting a good deal, but for trash games and shit like that. And it looks like that's where Microsoft are going because they want to keep their investments low. Because making games like God of War, even though that's all well and good, it's a big investment. That game looks like it costs a lot of money. And if it didn't sell, Sony would not be in a good position, do you know what I'm saying? And like Microsoft have put money into games like Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, Recall, I forgot what other bullshit they had. Like Killer Instinct, and none of them sold. Like we don't know any numbers.
Killer Instinct away for free.
Yeah, which was stupid to tell the truth. Like Killer Instinct should have been one of the biggest games on the Xbox. They should have just made that game properly. That was the reason I bought my Xbox One, to tell the truth and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, how much did they make with the monthly?
Well, it's like 500 million a year.
Yeah, that's what they said. 500 mil a year. That's a lot of fucking bread.
Yeah, they put that all in their pockets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And real shit too. They didn't even have to do nothing for that.
So then they got the money. So then they got the money to make all kind of good games.
PlayStation. At least if they charge them motherfuckers, but at least you can see they put money back into their fucking product.
Right back into it.
Or you got fucking The Last of Us 2 getting ready to come the fuck out. You got fucking Days Gone getting ready to come out. Fucking Detroit Human just came the fuck out. Couple days. It was like, yo.
And there's gonna be more shit as well. So
even though Detroit Human shouldn't be a $60 game though.
You don't reckon?
For a 10-hour campaign, nah.
It's not even my bag of tea, but I would say this about the game. It is a 10-hour campaign. If it is so, I haven't played it. I don't really know. But the campaign could be a very different campaign the next time you boot it up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can't really call that. So
I played Heavy Rain on PS2, and I loved Heavy Rain. Because it was just
Right.
something different. Like I can just smoke out and get into that story. So with Detroit, I knew what I was getting into. You know what I'm saying? And then just from playing the first 3 chapters that I played, I can go back and do different decisions that would change the whole outcome of the fucking game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can
That's what I'm
play
saying.
it
Like dudes
2,
who are
3
into this
times
type of game.
around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like dudes who are into this type of game, I think they would get more than their money's worth. But dudes like me, I'm like, man, I'll probably cop it once it's 30 because it's just not my, you know what I'm saying? It's just not my shit. But
You
I
figure
am
like
kind of interested in it. You know what I mean? I'm not
50%
dogging
of
it.
people's going to probably play it once and be done with it. You know what I mean? You going to have the hardcore fans who's going to go through it a couple times, but majority is not.
I can't call it yet. I have to cop it and see because I don't really usually play these type of games. So I gotta see.
Yo, the graphics is
what it's
amazing
like.
on the motherfucker. That shit look good.
I mean, the only reason
I
why
was
I'm
playing
hyped
it
about it
this
is because
morning.
it's the story. It's not about the
I was
graphics.
playing
It's
it
about the
this
story.
morning, Rod, and wifey looked at it. She's like, "What movie you watching?" I said, "It's a game." She's like, "Oh shit."
Because I wanted to be on some Terminator shit and just kill everybody at every possible that I can. That's the way I'm trying to play this motherfucker. And I go back and save the world next time.
I said, I'll go back and save the world next time. Thanks.
Yeah, everybody dying this time. Shit.
Hey, is that how you do it every time when you play games? Like when you make decisions, do you always make the bad guy moves first, and
Yeah,
then you go the good route afterwards?
Yeah, I try to do that. Because it seems like the
Shout
story
out
stay
to
more
Infamous.
balanced like that instead of from flopping from good side to bad side. I'll go through one side doing all the fucked up decisions, then go again doing the right choice. See how it play out.
Hey Royal, what
I
Steve
just hate
just said? What?
sometimes games like that and your decisions really
I
don't
saw
matter.
that,
You
man.
know what I'm saying?
I saw that. You know how hard Coon, hard Coon go with that shit, man. I saw that. It's all good. I mean, I don't even know what a real Asian gamer is. Like, I mean, do I have to play games so hard I die, motherfucker? Is that what makes
Yeah,
me
you
a
know,
real
you have to
Asian
play
gamer?
nothing but Pokemon. That's all. Nothing but
and
Pokemon and
StarCraft,
Nintendo
right? And
games.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
StarCraft. And
Shout
Street
out to
Fighter, which
Korea.
I do play. Street Fighter, I do play that.
Shout out
So
to Korea.
still Asian as fuck. Play Street Fighter. Get out of here.
Shit. Well, next topic then, nigga.
And
Is it
Tell
too
my
early
spec
for
now.
PlayStation 4? Let's talk about PlayStation 5. Is it too early for that shit, nigga?
Oh no,
It
yeah,
is.
it is.
I think
That's
so.
one of the topics.
Let me enjoy this pro for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's too
Yeah,
early.
yeah,
It's way
yeah.
too early.
But I think
They
it's
said
too
3 years,
early. I
right?
mean, this shit hasn't even got ripe yet, my nigga. Like, I mean,
Didn't
God of War is the next level. Horizon was before that, and Uncharted was before that.
And then
But I
we
still
haven't
see
even.
levels happening. I still see shit that need to happen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
The
the
PlayStation
upcoming
4.
games might do that, but I
didn't
think
they
it's too
say
soon. I
didn't
just bought a
Sony
Pro.
didn't Sony say that it's not coming out until like 2021? That's what they said, right?
That's what they say in fiscal year 2021. So that could
Fiscal
be
year. Oh, okay,
that could be
fiscal year,
that
which
could be
means it could be
2020 or
2020. It could be holiday of 2020.
2022.
You think they would release the
I
new
doubt they go
Xbox
that
and
far. I think
PlayStation
wait
head
till
to head?
2022.
No, fiscal year.
Huh?
Fiscal year doesn't mean the
Fiscal year, I
actual
mean, it's not
year.
like actual
Yeah,
year.
Yeah,
that's
It's
it's
like
April
business
to
year.
April.
And
yeah,
business
That's
years
April to
actually
April.
starts. Business years starts at the busiest season. So for console generation, it'll be the holiday season.
No, the business
Hey,
year is
what?
April,
Hey,
but
nerd.
fiscal year
Hey,
is April to April, though.
No, it's different
So
for every company, fam. It depends on the business.
hey, what? Hey,
A
nerd. Where's
fiscal
you
year
at? What
can't
was
be the
that
same
question?
for like snow plowing places. You know what I'm saying? Their fiscal
they
year is
can't.
different from your average business. Like every business have their own fiscal year that they go by. It's their own shit. It's their own business. They calculate it
You
through
sh-
what makes sense for them. You know what I mean?
you sure, bro?
Yeah,
Because
that's
from
how a
what I
fiscal
know,
year
Yeah,
works.
I think the physical year start after taxes, after tax returns.
No. It depends. It's
Isn't
the
it
yeah.
February
business.
around
It's
tax
how it works.
returns?
A fiscal
I,
year starts whenever the business starts ramping up. For instance, I work in the lawn care business, right? So my fiscal year do start in the spring, but it actually starts in like February. You feel me? That's where my fiscal year actually begins. Because my year actually ends like later than the actual year. You know what I mean? It ends in like early January.
Hey,
That's when
nerd.
my
What was that
fiscal year
question you
ends.
asked earlier?
I was saying, do you think the PS5 and the Xbox Two will come out the same fucking week? You think they'll go like head to head like they did with the 4 and the Xbox
if
One?
Microsoft know what's good for them, they wouldn't. They'll take that year's head start if
yeah,
they know what's good.
they need to get they need to get in there ahead of Sony and stuff because now people, I know, like people now know that Sony have the games and shit like that. God of War is always that deciding factor. Like, I remember last generation when God of War 3 came out and watching YouTube videos and seeing the comments and being like, okay, this is the reason I'm buying a PlayStation 3. I have to do it now. And it's like the same thing with like God of War that just came out of this generation. It's like Xbox niggas just had to give it up and just be like, okay, Sony are doing it now. So I reckon by now people are just going to wait for Sony, to tell the truth. Like Sony and Microsoft's consoles are so similar. People are just going to be like, okay, I'm going to get the P5 and then I'm just going to wait and see what Nintendo are going to do, because like they're going to have some good games and shit. And I might build a PC. That's what I can see people doing from now on and shit like that, because Microsoft have literally given people no reason to buy an Xbox. And I'm not even hating, do you know what I'm saying? It's like they have no games.
I mean,
literally the only reason why the PlayStation 4 is like still like killing it right now is because it has games. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, the games may look so good it makes your PlayStation 4 sound like a jet engine, but they got them games. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for me to turn on my Xbox. I literally, the only thing I use it for is when I'm sampling and stuff like that, to go on YouTube and look for samples. That's it. There's no reason for me to play that shit.
The one thing I would say about that is I'd rather them start at the same time. And it's actually better for Xbox, because I think if they try to jump the gun and try to beat PlayStation by a year, they did it at the 360 generation. And look what happened to the 360. They didn't complete what they need to complete. You notice how PlayStation never budged from their time. They knew Xbox 360 is coming out a year earlier. They was like, fuck it, come out a year earlier. They come out when they need to, because that's when the hardware is done. You know what I mean? 360 has all kinds of issues because it came out way too early before it was done.
Right. But see, I think this time around, I think with you, or not with you, but like the other people, I think they should come out a year early, because they do have something to prove. They need that time to bring out these games for people to say, okay, this is what's going on. Because if they come out together, people are just going to run straight to the PlayStation.
But see, that's the problem. Will they have the games a year ahead of PlayStation?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're going to come out a year ahead, they better.
Yeah, exactly.
If not, then what's the problem?
Well, they did. I'm not gonna lie. They did with the 360. They did with the 360. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't have the best shit, but that was the only place you could really play Elder Scrolls on console. They had fucking Dead Rising, Lost Planet was a banger. Gears of War and shit like that. All that shit.
Amazing,
yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and to tell the truth, Sony, the only reason Sony didn't step up their plan and shit like that is because they disrespected Microsoft. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't, back then, Xbox weren't a contender. Remember, they just blew them out over 150 million consoles and shit like that. But now, even though like the PlayStation 4 has just like taken a dog shit all over the Xbox brand as a whole, I know Sony aren't going to underestimate them. Like, look at what's happening with Nintendo. At one point, Sony must have thought, yeah, we got it. Now Nintendo have passed them at home already. Like, literally, under a year, more Switches than PlayStation 4 at home. They're both Japanese companies. Do you know what I'm saying? So Sony ain't taking no one for granted and shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised if the PlayStation 5 had something like the Switch, do you know what I'm saying, where you can take that bit portable. This is going to be a good time for consumers, because I reckon all these motherfuckers are going to be watching what each other are doing and trying to one up each other, do you know what I'm saying? But if I was Microsoft, I'd get my shit out there first and make sure the graphics look amazing and they have like games left, right and center, because if they don't, no one's going to take no notice and shit like that. I reckon everybody pretty much knows what it is.
But that's the thing though, that's why I was thinking they should come out at the same time, because you got to think they have to rush out a console before the PlayStation 5 a whole year and have games too. You know what I mean? Like, it only makes more sense to come out at the same time and still have like games that can compete. I mean, if you come out a year earlier and none of your games is better than the game PlayStation had the generation before, it wouldn't even fucking matter, would it? Motherfucker just stay on the PlayStation 4 and play those games. You know what I mean?
But
if you come out first,
stupid,
you gotta have good shit. You feel me? You have to have good shit if you're gonna come out first too. I mean, new tech is gonna come. Like
me,
a year after.
The only reason I became an Xbox gamer is because the 360 came out before the PS3, because I was PS2 all the way. Then when the 360 came out, I wanted the new hottest shit, and that shit I didn't want to wait a year for the PS3, so I jumped on the 360. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like that's probably like 90% of all Xbox gamers came from.
If they would have came out the same time, I probably would have jumped on PS3 and probably would have never bought an Xbox. You know what I'm saying?
But that's probably where 90% of all Xbox gamers came from. It's just motherfuckers didn't want to wait for the PS3. Like real shit. No, I feel you, but I'm saying like at this stage of the game is different from before. Like you already fucked up one generation. You do not. If you are gonna start the next generation, you do not have room for error no more. Like you sure you want to
Definitely.
like jump out a year earlier with games if you have games? You know what I mean? Like real
Xbox
shit.
fans
If
are
you
loyal though. They got their little fanboy group who's gonna go out there and cop it.
I
I
mean true.
reckon
I
what
mean
they'll
true,
do
but
You got
if
the
they
crack
do come out
gamers and them
ahead.
dudes out there who will be out there first chance they get to get a new Xbox console and make a video
Nigga,
like,
hey,
let me
I don't want to
let me
hear
ask
nothing. Hey,
you.
me and you,
No, let me
hold on,
ask you
hold on,
this.
hold on. Me and Nerd are, nigga, we day one for Xbox. What you
oh
talking about?
yeah, no doubt. I
I
had
mean, I'm
Xbox.
not questioning that. I'm not questioning that. I'm questioning this. Would it be better for Xbox to come out at the same time PlayStation do, have good games, have solid hardware because they had the right amount of time to work on it, and just fight it out with them hand to hand, or
Only
come
way.
out? Let me finish real quick.
No,
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 Or
go
come
ahead,
out
go ahead.
early, right? Or come out early with incomplete hardware because you didn't have enough time to complete it. Not enough games, you didn't have enough time to put all those shit together. And now the PlayStation 5 come out a year after you, which not a whole lot of games because PlayStation you don't usually have a lot of new shit coming out in the early years of the generation. So they might not have a lot of shit, but they might have like one or two bangers, like PlayStation bangers. And it's a wrap. Motherfuckers buying PlayStation left and right. And this console came out a year after you, and it's whooping your ass again. You feel me? Like
well,
that's what I was looking at. Wouldn't you
well, here's
rather
the
just
thing. I don't reckon the first scenario has to be the one that Microsoft choose. Like, I reckon they're definitely going to they've learned from the 360. So I don't reckon that'll ever happen again, even if they do come first. And I reckon we've already seen what happens when they literally go for Sony's jugular. When the 360 came out, they went for Sony's jugular and Sony couldn't hang. Like literally, they bought all Sony's games, all the games that Sony were known for. Devil May Cry, give me that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? If they do that again, Sony are fucked. Sony can't hang with Microsoft when it comes to money hat and shit. Microsoft still spent $2 billion on Minecraft. So if they do that, which I can pretty much see them doing, like we've already had Sega say, go down to the Redmond office. What the hell was that about? Do you know what I'm saying? That doesn't have to be a funny shit that's coming out this generation. It could be for next generation. So if they have Sega on board for the beginning, woo, shit won't look good for the. It won't look.
I don't know about all that.
You don't.
What you?
Fam, I'm not leaving anything to chance. The only way, like Microsoft won't try and do, shiesty shit and shit like that with their checkbook, is if they go this generation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they can't hang with Sony and Nintendo. Literally, the only way they're gonna have to do it is if they spend that money. And if
They
they spend
should,
that money
man.
and shit like that,
If I was Xbox,
woo.
I'd take all them fucking billions. I go buy EA. All right, y'all want MLB to show? Well, fuck y'all. We got Madden, motherfucker. You want to play Madden? You gotta play that bitch
Yeah,
on
but
the
see,
fucking.
that's the
I
thing.
mean,
That's not how business work, though. You can't just buy $1 billion company.
Yes, you
For,
can. Walt Disney's doing it.
no, that's Disney. Disney ain't
that's
shit.
that's
You
because
won't.
No,
You
Disney's
won't.
a
You won't
billion,
you can't.
get.
it's
You
a
You
won't.
can't.
You
trillion
won't
You
dollar
get
can't
company.
buy
X-Men
shit that ain't.
Fantastic Four. All right, we gonna buy the company, nigga. We bringing them
You
shit
can't. You
back.
can't
Bro,
buy
but the
shit.
difference
You
is
can't buy
the
shit that's
difference
not for
is
sale, man. And
Disney's a
then
$1 trillion company. They can buy some $1 billion
you can buy.
companies. If you
You
a
gotta think about it like.
multi-billion dollar company, you can't really buy another $1 billion company like that. It's not that easy.
And
You
then
know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
buy what makes sense, man. You gotta understand EA is a third party company. The only
Yeah,
way
they make
that
more
you will
money.
make that same money is if you go third party as well. You know what I'm saying? So though they could buy that shit, but they ain't gonna make the same amount of money if it's exclusive to Microsoft. It doesn't make sense. They don't. They would rather
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
it
yeah.
like how they did with Microsoft.
Yeah,
Like
because
they
they
did
make.
with Minecraft. They bought Minecraft. It was multi-plat, and they kept it multi-plat because it makes 0 cents to make it exclusive. You know what I'm saying? You got fans on all of them. It's already on all consoles. It makes 0 sense to lose money that way. So that's
I
what I keep telling
I
people. Like, you
mean,
could buy this shit, sure. I doubt they. I thought that EA will even have it for sale, but that does not mean that those games will ever be exclusive because it makes absolutely no sense to do so. You're just
I
losing
mean,
all types of billions of dollars doing this.
here's why I say it's the best thing for them to start at the same time, right? Because why did Xbox lose this generation?
Because
I think it
they're
was because of
trash.
the connect and the extra $100 on the
And
price,
because
Right,
to be honest, I
infrastructure,
think
right?
it's because they started
They
at the
had
same time.
incorrect. The
and
reason
then
why they lost this generation is because of incorrect infrastructure. The
Xbox scared
infrastructure
a
for
lot of
this
people when they
generation was
go
all
digital
fucked up.
shit.
Yeah, you feel me? The infrastructure for this generation was all fucked up. So if you want to win the next generation, you got to make sure the infrastructure is right on that. But do you really think you have enough time to get your shit right before your competition, who has been getting shit right? You feel me? Like it's just too much of a risk to take. I don't think they can afford to do that, because if you come out a year earlier and then PlayStation come out and they still spank you, it's gonna be real embarrassing compared to just coming out and losing to them, but you came out at the same time swinging. You know what I mean?
But
It just makes
but they
more
could
sense
come
that way.
out and like have their own lane. Because look at Nintendo. Last year they had their own lane. Do you know what I'm saying? They had their
Nintendo
own lane.
always have their own lane, though, fam.
No, but they were the new boy on the block for a whole year, and it did well for them. Do you know what I'm saying? And same with the 360. That was the new boy on the block for a whole year. Do you know what I'm saying? One of the things that was bad about the Xbox One launch, yeah, is that it was directly compared to the PlayStation 4. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think Microsoft want that ever again. They don't want that
But see,
ever again. No
here's the thing,
company
though.
ever
Here's the
wants
thing.
that.
You guys don't give Xbox enough credit. I mean, you're taking away from Microsoft, but you're not giving Xbox enough credit. I think if the Xbox came out right, it could compete with a PlayStation, because at the end of the day, these are just nothing but like consoles. They're just
Now, but the
machines.
PlayStation's got.
You know
Much
what I
like
mean?
the Nintendo, yeah, the PlayStation has a legacy, and that's what you're competing with. There's shit that niggas know. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's like I love hip hop, yeah, and it's
Right.
like if I hear that Wu-Tang's coming with a new album, I already know that Riz is gonna have some fire on there. I'm waiting for that shit. It's like, okay, it's gonna be dope because Riz is gonna have some fire. But do you know what I'm saying? When I hear it's Young Thug, I'm like,
Brand
oh, I'm
recognition.
not so
Yes, brand
sure. I'm
recognition.
not so sure. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like,
Brand
it's
recognition.
like.
But let me ask you this, right? Me and you both, we drive Audis, you know, not bragging or nothing. I'm just saying, was
But
Audi
fact.
that popular 10 years ago? Real shit, was it that popular 10 years ago?
Um,
10 years
See
ago,
here, I'm not gonna lie.
was it
Me,
really that big?
I've always wanted one. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but it's real big now compared to back in the day,
Well,
right?
back
yeah,
then, everybody
definitely.
used to say Audi 5000. Like Audis was big back in the day, back in the 90s
Bro,
when I was young. Niggas
before
bought
Transporter, like before Transporter, was Audi really that hot like that? You know
Well,
what
I'm
I'm
not gonna lie.
saying?
We
Not for
have a
real,
group
like not
over
for
here.
real,
We have a group over
like
here in the UK called So Solid Crew, and
right.
they made Audis popping from like early 2000, like
But,
1999. Even I'm not
but
gonna
what
lie.
I'm saying is, as far as mainstream, like as far as people who are not into cars and shit, most people don't know what Audis are until recently. Until I want to say within the last 10 years is when motherfuckers start knowing about Audis. Yeah, they're basically Volkswagen. They're basically souped up Volkswagen, which
Yes,
with
yes, yes.
with Lamborghini engines, basically. You know what I'm saying? So really, like that's what it is. Like I think an Xbox can handle its own and swing as long as they actually put effort into the shit. They just don't. This whole generation. Like I know there's some Xbox dudes in the room. I know y'all play everything, but you can't argue with me when I say they have not put effort into the games they had, man. Come on, like be
you
real.
have
You know what I'm saying? Be
Definitely
real.
not.
Like they have
Definitely.
not put effort
Yeah, but
into the games they had.
have we ever
Or,
argued that issue? We already know that. We
But
already
that's
know
what
they're
I'm
not
saying.
putting
But
that
that's what
much
I'm
money in the
saying.
game.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying the Xbox brand can stand on its own against the PlayStation if they actually put work into it. You feel me? Put out some fresh shit. The reason why the 360 and the OG Xbox is not just because they came out first, it's because they had bomb ass shit on their shit. I had a 360 because of Gears, fam. Come on, like you have to have like some good shit on your shit. Like it doesn't matter how early you come out the gate. You come out a year earlier. If all your shit is bullshit, it's gonna be the same shit. You have to like put in time to work on these things first. You failed this generation because
And
you don't have this.
I think that's why
You know
we're
what I
getting
mean?
bullshit games now, because me personally, I think they got some shit hidden that we will see.
They better, but if that's the case, they better work on it to where they was like, all right, they have to be confident, like Santa Monica was like, we're gonna let you motherfuckers review this game like damn near 2 weeks early. Who the fuck does that? Most of the time, they'll come out like the lift on that band will come off like 3-4 days before the game come out. These motherfuckers is
yeah,
willing to give
that's
it
because they
2
know that
weeks.
shit's trash. They know that
Exactly.
shit's trash. You know what I'm
And
saying?
God of
They
War
know that
gave
shit's trash.
critics 2 fucking weeks. That's how confident they was. Xbox needs to have some games where they're that confident to where they can put out a couple games where it's like, we let you fucking run that shit 2 weeks early and let motherfuckers know how dope this shit is. They need to be able to have that. That's the only way they can hang, because just because you come out a year early don't mean shit. If you don't have a game that can hang like that, then fuck it. As soon as PlayStation come out with one dope game, it's a wrap again. You know what I
See,
mean?
that's
Hey,
what
what was?
I
Hey,
reckon
hey,
that's why they. I reckon that's so. Let me. Sorry, bro. Let me just get. I reckon that's one of the reasons why they need that year. You know, because they need to build some kind of infrastructure. Like because Sony. Like I don't even want to sound like like a fanboy and stuff, but so because of like what Sony do and the way they do it well, yeah, it's like they literally need like any opposition would literally need that like year to like just gain some ground and get butts in seats and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So they know, so like people know what they actually really offer. Because think about it, yeah. If a new Xbox and a new PlayStation came out now, yeah, together, you'd because you've been burned, yeah, and you know what Sony have, like you know a new God of War is gonna come, you know a new Last of Us is gonna come, you know they're gonna have some surprise for Kojima. What could Microsoft have that could possibly compete with that?
That's a good point.
What could they?
That is a good point.
What
No,
could they
you're
have?
right. That's a very good point. But that's
So you
what
got
I'm
the
saying
Gears
though.
fans, you got the Halo fans. They're gonna come
But
out.
here's the thing:
Yeah,
Gears and Halo have declined already.
Halo
They
and Gears,
declined in front of
yeah,
our eyes.
but their numbers are still high though.
Bro, we don't even know how much the last Halo sold. The only thing we know is
but
about the
that's
sales for Gears is that's the lowest selling one in the franchise. It's the
but
lowest
that's what
selling one in the
that's what I'm
franchise.
saying. That's what I'm saying though, fam. Like you have to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Just because you're behind doesn't mean you could just try to like cut some motherfucker off just to beat them. Like you can't. You don't have the skills to cut them off and beat them. You have to actually have the skill first. You got to work on it. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
in
yeah.
front of them a whole year, what are you going to jump in front of them with a whole year with? Like you have to have
I
something. You know?
see Microsoft's main strength, yeah, their main strength, yeah, is their marketing. And I reckon that's what they can use. Microsoft are very good, yeah, at making niggas want some shit. Do you know what I'm saying? They can like look. Their machine can't. The X, yeah, that shit don't do real 4K. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a consistent 4K machine. So you know what they do? They changed it to true 4K. Do you know what I'm saying? Fucking geniuses. They can make niggas want shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they spend a whole year saying that this is the newest tech, blah blah blah, and then, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to features and shit like that, Microsoft have some dope ideas. Snap was a wicked idea. I love playing my games, yeah, and then watching YouTube at the same time to check out tips or whatever, see what I go on with with other niggas doing podcasts or just listen to music and shit. Do you know what I'm saying? The Xbox had some good ideas. If they can get some good quality of life features going on and some good support with exclusives from Sega and shit like that in a good year, like, do you know what I'm saying? Have a year, like good first year with like the 360 with games like Lost Planet, Dead Rising and all that shit. I reckon they can at least get a healthy like install base popping,
I mean,
and that's what they need to do. They need to just work on their base of core fans and grow that. Because if you put, it's just like putting a beautiful woman with a banging body in your face with a woman that's all right. As soon as you make the comparison, you're gonna say, yeah, let me get that PS4, baby. Let's come in my car. Do you know what I'm saying? It's that other chick, that okay chick. She's catching the bus home. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that comparison is going to be, oh my gosh, I
I
forgot you cook
mean,
as well. No,
but,
no, no, you have
but
to come home. You have
but
to come
that's what
home.
I'm saying, man. If you were just an okay chick, you have to you take your time to put on your makeup and do all that first. You know what I'm saying? Before you come out the game. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how they could get that done. Like I know services and all that type of shit, but don't Xbox One have all that shit?
Because
Look how you know what I'm saying?
think about it. If that okay chick, yeah, if you've already had the bad bitch, you're not going to be able to fuck with her. But if that okay chick's already been up in your house, she's already said, yes, I'm not that pretty, but I'm going to hook you up with some of my check. Now you're loyal to that bitch in some that way. Oh, man, she give me some of her
I
check,
mean,
you know what I'm saying? She hooked the
I
nigga up and shit like
I
that.
wouldn't put it past them to do, but could you imagine like an Xbox coming out a year ahead and it don't have no good games for real? It has dope ass features, but it don't have no good games for real yet.
No, they'll
How many
definitely have
PlayStation
one
dudes?
banger.
How
I
many
don't think they
PlayStation
will
dudes
release
be
a new
like,
Xbox
God
brand.
damn, it's the same shit like last gen. All these features,
No,
no
but
games.
here's the
You
thing.
know what I
But
mean?
here's the thing. It won't even be. There'll be no comparison. The only comparison will be the PlayStation 4, which will be crushing with the kind of
Oh, for
experience it
sure.
will be given to you.
Right.
All of the early adopters that aren't really into gaming would have picked basically the casuals would have picked it up, and that's when you'll be popping. Hey yo, have you seen the new Xbox? It's actually quite good, you know. I mean, the last one was kind of shit, but this is great. The graphics are awesome. They've got that one game that, yeah, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And by the time PlayStation 5 comes out, you've already got an install base of about 6 million niggas doing this shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
So,
Same thing with the
so
360.
you're telling me you would cop it if that's the scenario. If they came out a year early and they
And
have one
that'd be the only
decent
way.
ass game.
That'd be the only way it'd be feasible. Because think about it, the only other option is copying it when there's a PlayStation 4, when there's a PlayStation 5 right there, a PlayStation 5 right there, and you're gonna buy an
Yeah, that is a
Xbox.
very good
Nobody's
point.
gonna do that.
That is a very good point. Like if I was at the store and the PlayStation and the Xbox sitting right there. But then again, I'm
Even if
already a PlayStation dude, so you know. It is what it is. But I'm saying for the mass market, you know,
Come on.
they,
Think
for the
about
mass
after the
market,
last
at
two
the end of the day,
generations.
they don't have loyalty for real. Like there's
Think about it.
Xbox dudes and there's PlayStation dudes, but the mass market don't really have loyalty to a certain brand for real. They'll cop whatever makes sense. You know what I mean?
Think
So
about it. I know this happened last month. I'm trying to imagine how many guys, got their girl to go to GameStop and stuff, or how many girls went to GameStop and was like, "Excuse me, have you got God of War for the Xbox?" No, it's not on the Xbox. What? It's not on Xbox. How come? I mean, it's new. Everybody's talking about it. Nah, so it's a PlayStation exclusive game. And how many casual people that happen to? That shit happens. And I've worked in a game shop before. That shit happens. Do you know what I'm saying?
oh, yeah, it happens all the
That,
time. I play where I work. There's people who play games that they don't play games like that. So they be like, "Hey, son, when's that shit coming out?" I'm like, "It's already out." And they're like, "I don't see all my shit." I'm like, "Bro, it's on PlayStation." Oh, okay, yeah, I get that all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
When's it
you know what
coming
I'm
out?
saying?
It's
So right
already
now
out.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. There's been so many games that people talk about. Think about last year, people were talking about Horizon. It's a big deal because it's got a woman in it and shit. You know, oh, can you get Horizon for the Xbox? No. Remember when everybody was talking about Until Dawn? Can you get can I have one Until Dawn for the Xbox, please? Never in your life. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like even Street Fighter. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, I can't wait to play some good old Street Fighter and shit. Wait a minute, it's not on the Xbox.
Yeah, that shit was
Xbox is
crazy.
fucked.
That shit was
Xbox is
crazy. When I
fucked.
heard that news, when Street Fighter 5 didn't, it's not gonna be on Xbox. I'm like, word? Street
I
Fighter's not
was
gonna be
Yeah,
on
that
They
was
ever
Xbox?
some
even fix
bullshit.
that game?
Oh, it's fixed,
yeah,
but it's still garbage.
Yeah, 'cause
it's still
I
garbage,
can
but
I can
guess what? It's
play
better than
Street
any
Fighter
fighting game on
4
the
and
Xbox,
Street.
nigga.
I can. Nah, to me, Injustice 2 is the best fighting game out, in my opinion. That's what I
Oh,
like.
good God,
No,
Jesus
I can't say
Christ!
that. No, Injustice 2 and simple ass mechanics. I mean,
That's not even a
It
fighting
ain't
game,
that
man.
simple.
That's a sniping game. That's a sniping game. Two niggas stand on the other end of the screen and you'll snipe each other, and whoever's playing Deadshot
no, I mean
wins. You know what
I've
I'm
seen
saying?
some cold dudes
Like
on it,
niggas
man.
didn't do that with
If you
Street
got
Fighter with
combos,
Ryu and Hayukin and just shoot fireballs across the screen. Like
no,
that
Nigga,
shit never
if you
happened
do that, someone's
before.
gonna jump over and kick you in
I
your
Like
wish
you
face.
I
can't
wish
That's
do
you
what
that
I
with
would.
think.
Sub Zero with the ice ball and Scorpion with the get
I
over here.
wish you would
It's
stand there and
always.
throw fireballs at me all day. It'll be a quick
I'm just
match.
saying, people always
Yeah.
did that. You know what I mean? In fighting
No, but
games,
that shit work. But that
one
shit
side
works in
shoot
Injustice.
projectiles.
They had to patch the Deadshot in the first week. Like they literally had to patch Deadshot in the first week.
I
I was
mean,
like, what?
I'm not knocking Injustice. Injustice is actually fun as fuck because it's dope. I like DC lore and shit. I mean, Batman shit. I love that shit. So, I mean, it's fun as the story is really good too, but the gameplay of it, like, it lacks a lot, fam. Like, the combo system are very lenient. You know what I mean? You can pull off combos pretty simply. Like, even Street Fighter 5 is not a good game
The
because you can
basic
also pull off
combos.
combos very simply.
There's some big combos out there that be hard as hell to pull off.
I mean, all combos in that game, fam. It's pretty simple. Like the basic mechanic of the game itself is already simple. You know what I mean? Just like Street Fighter 5 is a simple ass game. That's why no matter how much they patch it, it's still a simple ass Street Fighter game. That's why it's garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
Street Fighter game before
agreed.
Street Fighter 5 has so much more demanding shit. Like if you put in your input incorrectly, it would not come out. And Street Fighter 5 is so fucking lenient, you can miss it by like a half a second and still come out. Like it makes no fucking sense. Like, why did I
Yeah,
spend all these years mastering how to do a dragon uppercut just so another motherfucker can just do it just like that now? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Street Fighter
yeah,
5 is
yeah.
garbage, man. Every Street Fighter game before is better than Street Fighter
Damn.
5
So what's the best?
Ouch.
Nate,
In your
Ouch.
opinion, what's the best fighting game out there?
of all
Right
time.
now,
Of all time,
Take
No,
it,
I'm
bro.
talking
nigga.
about right
Take
now.
it. Take it for the. Take
right
a break,
Right
nigga.
now, right
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 now,
now,
it's
now,
still
available like
Street
this
Fighter Five.
generation.
Yeah.
It's Street Fighter Five.
This
It's Street Fighter
generation,
Five.
take it, nigga. Take a 7. You crazy?
It's Street Fighter Five. I don't know,
Take a 7.
like real talk. It
Street
makes
Fighter
me
Collection.
sick.
Street Fighter Collection right now is the best fighting game
No,
out
no,
there.
Take it.
okay. Street
Nigga,
Fighter
you stupid,
Collection. But if
That's
we're
some
talking
cheating ass
about
shit,
like
ain't it? That's some cheating
man.
ass shit.
the only game you can put money on and play it, yeah.
I just
Honestly,
said
it's
30
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter
5.
games.
Everything else is like trash. Dragon Ball Fighters is trash. Fuck you if you like that game. No, not fuck you if you like that game, but that game is so broken, it's unbelievable. There's no defensive
Yeah.
options
Bruh,
whatsoever.
Wanye,
Fuck that game.
can you cancel a light punch into a combo in Street Fighter
Mortal
5?
Kombat 9, nigga, all
Can you do that?
day.
Can you confirm with lights in Street Fighter 5? What Street Fighter game have you ever played where you can't confirm a light punch or a light kick into a combo?
Yeah, they was just trying to make it too simple for everybody to play and shit like that.
What kind of Street Fighter game allow you to use heavies and not have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, all those frames where you have to block? You feel me? No other. What other Street Fighter game you know of would allow 50-50? Matter of fact, they encourage 50-50 gameplay.
50 mix up. Yeah.
What do you? I mean, you cannot cancel a light into a regular, into like an uppercut, a fireball, anything like that. But you can cancel into a power. Yeah, you can cancel into a super. But what about a light fireball? A simple ass combo, like a 4-hit combo, where you usually be able to do light, short, fireball into a power. That's 4 hits before the combo actually finish off with the power itself. And now you lost that with Street Fighter 5. You have to hit medium. That's the only way to actually combo. Like, come on, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I know that. But with all that said, Tekken is the master king of bosses around this bitch.
And that's why the online community for that game is completely dead now.
I mean, Street Fighter's online community is. I mean, I killed the online community. I might as well blame me because I go in there and I run through niggas like it's fucking easy for me, my nigga. So they see King Thrash.
I wanted to like Dragon Ball so badly.
Play Street Fighter 3.
That's a real game.
You want a Street Fighter chess game? Play Street Fighter 3. That's a chess game.
All day.
Street Fighter Alpha 2.
I'm too deadly, nigga, with that Ryu with the Dragon Punch, man. Again, the Dragon Punch Super, I'll destroy motherfuckers with that shit. No problem.
I think I'm gonna end up buying Collection like 3 times because I'm gonna buy it twice on the Switch because I have to have that shit digital and I have to have the cartridge. Niggas ain't fucking around with that at all. And
hold on. What you?
PlayStation 4.
Hold on, Lincoln, nigga, you up still, nigga? Nigga, Lincoln sleep still, nigga.
No, I'm still here.
There you go.
Shout out to Uncle Lincoln.
Shit, what you think? What's the best Street Fighter, man? At least to come out this generation or ever. What's your shit? Not Street Fighter, your best fighting game.
I probably have to go with Tekken 7, but
Tekken, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, fuck out of here, nigga.
Nah,
but Tekken 3 is my all-time favorite fighting game.
Yeah, Tekken 3 up there.
Tekken 3 was dope.
If you take that bullshit, if you take that bullshit 1-hit super move out of Tekken 7, then I would say it's the best fighting game of this gen right now.
I'm telling you right now, that's the worst thing about that fucking shit.
Because of that one bullshit.
No. But Tekken's got too much literal bullshit in a way that the game works and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like
I think you could up your ass that. And then my girl
I do play Street Fighter 5. We can run it right now, bro. What do you mean? Ash thrash about my Ryu if you really wanted it right like that. You really think you want my Ryu like that in Street Fighter 5?
I've been in the lab.
Draco Rex. You already know what's up, fam. You know my name on PlayStation. Draco Rex.
Well, you been in the lab, Thrash. You been in the lab. You tried to learn to play this man's game. You tried to learn to play this man's game.
I know how to play Street Fighter. I just, you know what I'm saying, was rusty at the shit. I mean, I was almost smacking y'all niggas with rust. Like with super power mega rust.
Let's go.
Virtual Fighter 5 and Samurai Showdown 4 is that shit, fam. It is.
Virtual Fighter is fire. That game don't get no love.
Virtual Fighter is nice.
Okay, don't get no
Virtual Fighter is nice.
Let me clear up like what I said
Street
about
Fighter 5 with your light punch anti-air bullshit. I know they just patched it. It took long enough. What kind of bullshit is that? Anti-air.
Whenever I get you two niggas in the same podcast, niggas always talk fighting.
Just think about this. Just think about this. Anti-air used to be the
that's what I'm saying.
You feel me? This is why it matters. This is why it matters, right? Anti-air used to be the most difficult thing to pull off. You have to learn how to do a dragon punch. Do you know how long it takes? Now a motherfucker pressed light punch and he did an anti-air, fam. Like you don't see what's wrong with this game. I love Street Fighter since I was 8. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Street Fighter 5 just because I love Street Fighter, not Street Fighter 5. You feel me? They can do better. I'm mad that they didn't. That's all I'm saying. I don't like how they dumb it down for casuals. That's messed up.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a casual.
Fuck all that, nigga. Fuck all that, nigga. Let's move on to this next topic, nigga.
What's the next topic?
State of Decay has reached 1 million users. Not buyers.
And
users in the first 2 days. In the first 2 days, it reached 1 million. 1 million users in the first 2 days.
let me tell you now, 750,000 of them were free subscribers. Let me tell you that.
Shit, I would say 800,000, but I mean, if you want to say 750, that's more power to you. I say it like this.
I might even
Most
go.
of it. Go ahead, Lincoln.
I might even go as far as to say 900,000 of them a Game Pass user. Now, look, go back.
Preach.
Go back to Sea of Thieves. They ran their miles about that 2 million users, and then it turned out the game actually sold like 100 and something thousand or something like that, and they only had like 23,000 over 3 days.
Oh my gosh, that is disgusting.
I mean, like real shit, like all this information is like worthless to me. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm not one of them million. I'm so done with this game, man. I just don't feel like fucking. You know what I mean?
I'm just done with Xbox. I mean, it just I like how I just like the new way they word shit. Ever since the Xbox Games Pass came out, they want to talk about how many users they got, and talk about how much they sold. They want to talk about the users.
Because they can't talk about sold. They have to talk about users. Because if you have a service, you have to talk about users. You can't talk about sold. You have a service. You don't sell shit.
Well, here's the thing. That game is available in the store as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So they technically could give sold numbers, but they know those sold numbers are trash. That's what I'm saying. Microsoft's main skill is marketing. So this is all PR spin. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't want to say, hey, we've only sold 250,000 copies. Do you know what I'm saying? Think about it. We don't even know how many units of consoles these niggas have sold. Do you know what I'm saying? So we know it's just an excuse because the game's so trash. Like Phil Spencer was talking about how many hours that and how many zombies have been killed and shit. Does that matter to me? Just like Will said, I ain't one of those motherfuckers. I ain't shooting them zombies. So give me the real stats and shit like that. Could you imagine them going to their board meetings and saying to investors, "Hey, this is them 5 million zombies have been killed." That's why the investor said, cut that money, nigga. You better come out with some service, and we're not giving you no money for real games. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Microsoft are just cleverly doing that PR spin, and that's why they are the David Blaine of the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Voila.
They hit niggas with that magic.
Well, what you feel about that, nerd, my nigga? Like, I mean, what's your take on the whole million? You already said you didn't like the game much, but what do you feel about the million users? Do you think it was necessary to talk about?
Man, that's they kind of screwing shit up with the Game Pass because it's going. Oh, they always got something to hide their numbers behind with the Game Pass, so you'll never honestly get the fucking truth out of them. So that shit is obsolete. You know what I mean? Because they can say, "Oh, we got 5 million users." Yeah, but if 3 million people bought that shit on the fucking Game Pass, then you only sold like 2 million copies. You know what I mean? So what's the point?
And on top of that, I hear you. And on top of that shit, we even skipping over the whole fact that people game share that shit. You can share your fucking Games Pass. So it's like
I game share
even less.
You know what I'm saying? I got a nice game share partner. Shit,
Hell yeah,
my white boy
buy all that shit. So I'm gonna nigga buy that shit.
Xbox. That's the reason why I would never leave Xbox, because my homeboy, he buy everything. I can just get free games all the fucking time.
Yeah, nigga, that's the thing. That's the cool part about it.
Hard drive for this motherfucker.
Hey, that's the cool part about it is that people staying with Microsoft just to fuck them over. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't to fuck them over. It's to save my pocket. I ain't thinking about Microsoft.
The reason why you stay with them is for that free games, nigga.
I said I would never leave them. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yo, it is what it is. They tried to fuck us over. They tried to fuck us over with that use game shit. 24-hour check-in my ass. What do you mean? What do you mean? And they still kept that on a system. They still kept that on a system just in case they outsold Sony. Fuck them. About we can't release the Xbox without that system because it's an old OS. Nigga, you can update that hardware, nigga. Take that DRM off there. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody wanted that 24-hour check-in. Can you believe that Big Brother shit they was trying to pull? Yeah.
They almost got away with it too. I ain't gonna front. If the damage control was like as bad as it is now, way back when the gen first started, it would have been a wrap. It would have been a wrap.
Yeah,
damage control got so much worse over the years, but you know what I'm saying?
This nigga's stupid.
God damn.
Hey, how the fuck the coon got a crown in the motherfucking in the chat, nigga? Who the fuck is this nigga? How you fuck? He got the crown in one of his comments. Yeah, but how do you feel about it, Diver nigga? Since you all quiet and shit, you an Xbox nigga. How you feel about it?
That's why you
Well,
quiet, man. There's nothing you can say.
Yeah, well, you can't say nothing, nigga. I mean, don't say nothing if PlayStation is the best shit you ever had in your life.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's
Xbox is
confirmed. That shit sounds confirmed to me. Shit, nigga.
facts.
All right. Next topic. PlayStation in the month of April has outsold the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One combined. Is it God of War?
420.
420?
It's God of War, man. It's God of War.
God of War. It has to be God of War.
I refuse to believe anything else, to be honest with you. It's God of War. Like, there's 80 million consoles out already. What causes a spike at the same time as a big game came out? What other reason for it besides from that? We'll see the same thing when Spider-Man come out. When them dudes who give a fuck about Marvel comics but don't give a fuck about gaming for real will cop a PlayStation 4 just to play that shit.
Yeah, just to have it collectible. Yeah.
They have to have all Spider-Man shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of people bought those God of War consoles too. Diver was one of them. He already had a PlayStation Pro and went and bought a motherfucking God of War version of it. So it's like rebuys on top of that shit too. Sony doing this shit right. It shows just how important exclusives are, though.
Definitely,
you know
definitely.
People want to ignore that shit, but the exclusives is very extremely important, and you gotta have them on your system if you want success.
Well,
You know what I'm
like Nintendo, sorry to sound like a Nintendo fanboy again and stuff like that, but Nintendo definitely showed that last year that exclusives definitely matter. They got the weakest hardware out there and shit like that on a block, but they had bangers every month last year and shit like that. So far, to tell the truth, it looks
bangers. I wouldn't say bangers. Zelda was good. And niggas bought Zelda because, nigga, I've been playing Zelda since 85. Nigga, I bought a Switch just to see what that shit was like because that's what I grew up on.
Was it a banger?
No.
Yeah, that's definitely. What? You don't think
Zelda was a banger?
Yes, Zelda was a banger, nigga. I still ain't finished that game. I still ain't finished.
As a straight RPG, no. There's a lot of games out there that was way better than Zelda as a straight RPG.
Nah, man. Yo,
Witcher 3
that changed. Nah, no way. The combat in Witcher 3 is no way. No,
Skyrim had way more to offer than
hell no. Alright, shall I tell you why Zelda is dope? Yeah, one of the main reasons why Zelda is dope.
Let me kill everything I already killed. Let me do that again. Oh, another blood moon. So let me keep doing the same. Come on, man. Nah, that shit.
Yeah, alright, that's one of the. That's the only thing that Zelda lacked, is enemy variety, and I'll give you that, but as far as straightforward gameplay and the way that you interact,
open world RPG, the world is
the way that you interact, with the world.
Walk around to in towns like other RPGs. That game was so empty on the worldwide scale as far as RPG.
Oh hell no. See, here's the thing. No. I'm not accepting that. See, no. Hold on. Let me talk, because you're talking some bullshit. Let me talk, because you're talking straight up bullshit. Alright, this nigga's talking straight up bullshit. Now, because here's the thing, there's a difference. There's a difference between having like NPCs in a world, just for having NPCs in a world, which Zelda does have quite a few NPCs, and actually having the world be fully active, interactive, like things like The Witcher and whatnot. They have gloriously detailed worlds and shit, but they're not interactive. It's bullshit. Like, you have a tree and you can't interact with it. The tree
you can get hit by lightning. That makes something so special. Ooh, I got a metal sword. I got hit by lightning.
Yeah, nigga, fuck you mean?
Hold on.
I'll let you get him. Let him get his. Then you can get.
Hold on. Okay, no. Okay, no. Let me put you on front street. Let me put you on front street. Okay, you're making yourself sound dumb now, nigga. You're making yourself literally sound dumb now, nigga. The game has no story, so it has no story. Okay, prove how the game has no story and is getting hit by lightning the only way that you can interact with the world.
I ain't talking about the world. I'm talking about the environment itself.
No, nigga. You just said. Hold on. Hold on. Back up what you said. Back
One
up
at a
what you
time,
said,
though,
bruh.
in 10
Back
minutes.
up what you said, bruh. Don't
I
just
just
talk for the
did.
sake of talking. Back up what you said. I said,
All
yeah, I
right,
was talking
all
about
right. Now
the
MVP,
world being
MVP,
fully.
let the nigga
Hold
say it. Let the nigga
No, no,
say
no,
it.
hold on,
Let the
no, no,
nigga
no,
say
no,
what he wanna
hold on.
say.
Let me get my point out so this nigga can reply properly because he don't know what he's talking about. I was talking about the world being fully interactive, yeah, and then you made a statement about, ooh, you can get struck by lightning. So, nigga, is getting struck by lightning the only way you can interact with the world?
Nah, it ain't the only way you can interact with the world. They got the wind
Exactly.
and
So
all
be
that
quiet,
shit.
nigga. So be quiet
Hey,
when a real nigga
bro,
talking. That's all. Be quiet. When a real nigga's talking, be quiet. Now let me finish my point.
Nah,
Let me
you ain't
finish
gonna
my
finish
point.
shit, nigga.
This
You
is
ain't
how
talking
London.
no
This is
fucking
how
body,
London
nigga.
All
does
right,
it,
Nah,
all
nigga.
right.
nigga.
Let him
Let me
talk.
Fuck
Let
finish
him
my
talk.
point,
London,
nigga.
nigga.
Let me
Go
finish
ahead,
my
man.
point
Go
because
ahead.
obviously when you're
MVP,
talking, it's
let him get
emotional. It's
his.
not
That
based in fact,
12-year-old
nigga.
game,
No,
Now
nigga.
let
no.
me finish.
All right,
Let
MVP.
me
Go
finish
ahead. Go
my
ahead.
No,
point,
you
nigga.
did.
Let me
MVP,
finish my point.
MVP.
Oh,
Can a
because
real nigga finish his
that shit
You
is
point?
not
Can a real nigga
interactive.
finish
Ain't
his
no
point?
RPG.
Let a
All
real
right,
nigga
guys,
finish his
guys,
point
That
guys.
because
shit
I
is
let
not
you spit.
interactive.
Hold on, hold
Hey,
on,
That
hold
shit
on,
hey,
hold
was
hey,
on.
one at a
nothing
time.
to
Yo,
an
Hey,
RPG.
hey,
yo,
hey, 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 one at a
yo.
time. Niggas,
That's
what the
why I'm the
fuck, man? I can't
MVP, nigga.
understand
Because
neither
when
one
I
of you
talk,
niggas.
yeah, it means shit.
MVP,
Yeah,
MVP,
whatever,
MVP. Let
MVP,
the
come
nigga.
nigga
on,
get
man.
his.
You
Let
got
him,
you
let
gotta
him,
let
let
him
him,
talk
let
too.
him say
You
what he
gotta let
gonna
him
say.
talk too. All right.
That
Yo,
You
shit.
gotta let
by
him
the way,
talk. Let him say what he gonna say.
by the way, I'm not mad and stuff like that. This is for fun and jokes and shit. I swear to God. But yeah,
I know.
like
But I do want to, I do want to hear what that nigga gotta say. Let him say his whole shit.
no, but
Let me
when
hear
he
what that
was
nigga gotta
talking,
say.
he didn't say nothing. It was real emotional. Do you know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
bro.
He's
Come
his
MVP,
on,
own
man.
bro.
Come
point.
on,
His
MVP.
own
Let him
point.
talk,
He
man.
backs up.
Go ahead,
I
man.
said the game was
Hold on,
empty.
but
It don't got no
hold on.
major cities to go visit, not like any other RPG. The game brought absolutely nothing new to the RPG world. The graphics was fucking garbage. The animated shit like every other Nintendo game. The shit wasn't all of that. It was overhyped up because people love Nintendo, so they overhype it. That game
Okay,
brought nothing new. The
everything you
game's
just said
nothing.
there was your opinion, and none of it was based in fact. Just like what you just said before.
Nothing is
Okay,
based in fact.
you
I can
just said
walk
no,
Here's
no,
around
no,
for
no, no,
10
no, no,
minutes
no,
with
no, no,
that
no,
game and
no, no,
not
no, no,
see
no.
another
Hold on, hold
person.
on, hold
all
on,
right.
hold on. Let me
Quick,
finish.
real
Let me
quick,
finish.
real quick. All
No,
right.
hold on. Let me finish, B, because hold on, hold on. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
no,
guys
real
are
quick. I just
aware.
want to
I
say
didn't
something
even.
about. I just want to say something about Zelda real quick, right? Zelda as a game. Now, I haven't played Zelda myself, like to be honest with you. But here's the thing I do notice about this game, right? When it came out, people love Zelda so much, whether they love that Zelda game or just Zelda the brand in general. But people bought more Zeldas than there are Switches at the time. You know what I mean? So as far as bangers is concerned, your personal opinion that is not a banger, that's fine. But collectively, as a culture, motherfuckers agree that's motherfuckers a banger. You know what I'm saying? Just because I
No,
don't
that's
like the
fact.
type of game, like I'm not a fan of like games like Detroit. I'm gonna pick it up just to see what's up, but I'm not a fan of that. But you can't tell me one of these motherfuckers about that type of game can't like they gonna say it's a banger, but I'm like it's whatever. You feel me? But the
And for
thing
the record,
like you can't
yeah, God.
say cultural wise that shit wasn't a banger. There was more Zeldas out than Switches out. You feel me? Like you can't take away from that, right?
And that's facts. And
That's
that's
because
facts.
niggas was
And
buying
hold on,
graphics.
and hold on. And let me finish making my point because I never even got to make my point before you started talking. And what you was
Nigga, how
talking was
long
wrong
is
for
your
the record.
points?
We'll go back and you can go
Hey,
back and
real
listen to
quick,
that. But
real quick, light bringer on that comment. Motherfuckers did have what's that motherfucking game? Not PUBG. Is it PUBG or some bullshit game that was nominated? They didn't win, but they nominated. Was it Overwatch? Was it Overwatch? It was one of those bullshit ass, you know, game. They got nominated. They didn't win Game of the Year though, but they got nominated. So you know what I'm saying? Just because you win Game of the Year don't mean you a banger for real.
yeah,
If
but
there's enough
let's see.
of them,
Here's
you could win. You know what I mean?
my point. My point on Zelda, yeah, where I spoke. Because here's the thing: I'm not even a Zelda fan and stuff like that. The only
I
Zelda
can't
game I've ever
tell.
finished. That well, okay,
You ready to
but the
come
only
off the line,
Zelda
haven't
game I've
you?
ever finished, the only Zelda game I've ever finished was Ocarina of Time 3D, like, and that was on a 3DS, was on the N64. So boom, why Zelda? I think Zelda is boom in comparison to other open world games and stuff like that. Is because that's the first game where everything in the world is pretty much interactive and stuff like that. It's like a proper open world game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like in most games when you run into you're basically you can't like interact with the environment and shit like that, like how you would in reality. Do you know what I'm saying? Can you climb shit in The Witcher? Can you just climb anything in The Witcher? That's the real question. Can you? Because I don't remember
No,
being able to.
you can't.
Okay, can you
You can't.
chop down trees in The Witcher?
Nah, not that I know of.
Okay, can you
It wouldn't
chop
be
down?
fun
Can you
though to chop down some
can you
goddamn trees
chop
in the
down
winter though.
trees and then make a raft out of the logs of the trees and then kill an
Hell no.
enemy and
There's some
then
new
and then turn that enemy into balloons and attach those balloons to the raft and then make the raft float with real game
Nah,
physics?
Damn, that's
but
the
see, you gotta
dopest fuck. I
understand.
ain't played that game,
See
but
with
I
that,
keep
hold
hearing
on,
that shit.
hold
Like,
on,
god damn.
Can you
but with that, you gotta
can you
understand. Like, is Zelda shooting fire out his fucking hands? Is he like actually
no,
have
no,
a
no, no, no,
lore
no, no, no,
behind
no.
all his
Oh, no,
enemies
no,
and
no,
gotta
no,
kill
no,
them in a
no,
certain way?
no,
Like, he
no.
can't.
But here's the thing: there's real fire in the game. So because the game actually has real life physics, if you shoot an arrow into the fire, that arrow will catch on fire. And if that's near grass, do you know what will happen? It'll burn the grass and burn everything in the area down. Will that happen in a Witcher?
But it's
Nah,
plenty of
no.
RPGs that done that.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, 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 no.
Not just the
Fuck out of
game.
here, man. Fuck out. See, do you know what? You're just trying not to hear what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, hold on, hold on, hold on. The shit that happens in Zelda, yeah, is real life physics. There's no games that do that out here at the moment. There's so different. There's so many different ways that you can actually play the game due
That
to the
don't
real
make
life
the game
physics and
fun.
shit.
So
What
what?
the
The
fuck
game wasn't
ever?
fun to
What
me.
the
I don't
fuck
give a
ever?
fuck
Nigga,
about
I'm
the
not even
physics
having this
and the
conversation. Move
fucking
on to the
win.
next.
Nigga, I don't
I'm
give
a
a
G. I
fuck,
don't have dumb
nigga.
conversations like
Man,
this.
I
Move on
don't
to the
give
No,
a
next
I,
one, nigga.
bro, I
Move
feel
on to the next. Move on to the next one, nigga. Move on to the
I
next
feel
one, man.
I feel
fucking
you.
I'm
You
not
don't.
like
arguing
the
with a nigga
game.
about his
You say, oh, cause the
opinion
fucking physics.
Alright,
of some
alright,
dumbass shit.
alright.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
Let's
get it.
move
I
on to the
get it.
next shit.
I don't
Like
like the fucking game. I don't
he
fucking
doesn't
Hold on, hey, hold
like
on,
I'm
hey,
not
I got
telling you.
something
I'm
to
not
say.
telling you to like the game. I'm
Hey,
not telling you to like the game. It's very
I've
clear that
been
you don't like
quiet.
the
Hey,
game.
hold
I've
on,
been
hold on, hold on.
quiet.
Y'all niggas better start letting other niggas speak, cuz. Y'all niggas know
Word.
how the round table is. I
Hey,
need to hear
hey, hey,
everybody, cuz. Not just
hey, look.
one at a time. And Diver, stop cutting in and shit. Niggas was in the middle of talking. Nigga,
Nah, hey,
let
this is the
Nerd
first
say what
time
the
I
fuck
was
he gotta
talking.
say. Let
This is
Nerd
the
say
first
what the
time I
fuck
was
he gotta
talking.
say. Let everybody say what the fuck they gotta say. Stop overtaking these niggas, cuz. Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
I
Let
got
this
something
shit
to
be
say because
even.
you know my questions are quick, but all I'm hearing here is two different opinions. That's all it is. So why is
That's
all
all
But,
this
that's all
argument?
here's
is,
the thing.
nigga.
And if everything that I'm saying is not my opinion, I didn't even say that Zelda's the best game ever. All I said is that Zelda is different from a lot of these. The reason why I thought Zelda was dope and stuff like that, because a lot of these games are supposed to be open world. You're supposed to be able to do whatever, but basically you can't. And in Zelda, there's a real life physics system where everything in the world affects each other, and it adds a lot to the gameplay. And I can see why it got the hype that it did. That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
think I got the situation right. The situation is like nerds. You just not a fan of the game, which is fine.
And that's cool.
Culturally, are you not willing to accept that it's a banger culturally? Because for me, I'm not a fan of Halo. I love
But
Gears,
that's
but
the
I don't
thing
like
about it
Halo. You
though.
feel me? But I
It's
can't
like
take away from
I can
Halo.
go
You
online.
feel me?
I can go online and I can find a diehard Marvel vs. Capcom community who think that's the best fighting game ever.
But
Bro,
what does that have
bro,
to
I
do with
just
the
asked
facts,
you a
though?
question. You know,
That's
I'm
Hold on,
just
just why
their
you not
opinion.
gonna
don't cut
how
me
you
off.
not
I
gonna
can
like
go
just
to a
sidestep my
community.
question like that, bro?
Listen. I can go to another community and these people think that Killer Instinct is the greatest game of all time. Just because one particular fan group thinks that game is highly of it, don't mean that the other groups think anything else of it. You know what I'm
Okay,
But
saying?
but
it's not just the fan group. That has nothing to. Yeah,
fam,
go on.
it's like I asked you a question,
I
you don't
seen
want to
plenty of
answer the
Zelda get
question,
bad
fam.
reviews.
Bruh, I just asked you a simple question.
What?
I told you before, my example is I don't care for Halo, but I understand the significance of Halo, right? Can you not see the significance of Zelda?
Oh yeah, it's been around
All right,
30
that's
years.
all we're saying. That's what we
That's what I
mean by a
said.
cultural banger. That's what it is. We're not asking you to like it. We're just saying you gotta give props where props is due. You may not like the gameplay of that game, but it doesn't mean it's, you know what I'm saying, you calling it garbage, but that's like attacking the integrity of that game. Zelda been around forever, and like Bringer was saying, man, Zelda been dope from the get-go, and it never really had a truly bad game. Like some people might say a couple of them are bad, but realistically, none of them are truly bad. They're all good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it has a strong pedigree. And this Zelda is actually very different from all the Zeldas before it as well. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things in this Zelda that's very different from the
What the
older
fuck is
ones.
this shit?
So it's just a cultural thing that's really big. Now, people who love Zelda would love it. If you don't like it, fine, but you can't take away from how big of a deal this is to the culture. You know
Oh,
what I
I
mean?
didn't never
Look,
say
I
it was
bought the
a big
game.
deal to the culture. I never said that. I just said that
What
I
you
didn't
think,
like
Doctor?
it, and I was stating the things that I didn't like about it.
Well, right,
That's
but you
all
said
I
it wasn't
said.
a banger. like at all. Like not
Well,
even.
when I'm
like,
thinking as a banger, like
The
a
helmet is
banger
not a
as-
banger.
when I'm thinking as a banger, is like I gotta come home from work. I gotta play this. This game is a banger. This game is fire. That's what I say
Yeah,
as
but
a
you're
banger.
just, but that's just
But
you.
that,
mean,
You're
and
that
that's
talking,
comes down
not
to
me.
that's
personal
just
opinion.
you.
I
You know
know
what I'm
that's
saying?
my opinion, but I'm not attacking nobody over their opinion. Nigga attacked me, came at my
That's
throat
true.
because of
No,
my
bro,
No,
opinion.
no,
because
no, 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 no,
Because
no,
that's
no,
my
no.
because
Nobody
opinion.
you know
attacked
why?
you.
If
Nobody
you
attacked you,
Remember
nigga.
how
You
you
said some
feel
shit.
like it's
You
not a
said some
banger, then you
shit.
feel like
You
to
said
him it's
that
not a
shit,
banger.
some
Like,
shit that weren't true, and then
yeah,
you got, and I made you
you did
double
say
back
some
on
wild
what you
shit
say,
there.
and then you sounded
I can't
stupid.
act like you didn't.
Nah.
You did say some wild shit.
That's
But
cool.
all I asked was culturally is a banger, right? And you was like hell no, and that's how it all happened. So if you said hell no, I mean you could have said hell no to you. You didn't. You just said hell no.
Nah, yo, no. First of all, this is a round table. We don't hold back nothing. Fuck, if he says hell no, it's hell no. That's how he
Well,
feels
yeah,
about it.
if you
But he
gonna say
gotta
You
be
know
hell,
what I'm
able to
saying?
back that
That's
up.
how he
He
feels.
gotta be able to back that up.
I think Horizon Zero Dawn is a piece of shit game.
Me
You know what I'm
too.
saying? So
I,
I mean, a lot of people came at
hey,
me because of my opinions
he,
about it.
I mean, I didn't
I
say
mean,
get disrespect.
I bought Zelda. I bought Zelda and I never opened it. I bought it because I got it tattooed on my leg and I've been playing it since day one. And I bought it just to have it because that's why when you said, "Oh, there's more of them sold than the actual Switch," I can see that because people like me will buy it just because it's their childhood
but see, that's
shit.
the thing though. At the end of the day, like when you enjoy a game or not, that's up to you. But there's certain things that's greater than us because we are part
Yeah.
of the community. It's like it's a whole like we're in the podcast. We speak not on behalf of the community, but we at least speak, about it. And we can't like if you're gonna say something about a game as far as the culture is concerned, you can't just put your personal opinion on it and
Opinion.
then
Yo,
I'm
this,
pass it
hey,
over your
my
opinion.
personal, my personal
Y'all
opinion on
just
Gears of
supposed to
War
be
is a piece of
talking
shit
about.
game.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, if they think it's trash, it's a lot of people who think Zelda is trash. I
My
think that's
culture
okay.
around me,
Niggas
the
feel
hood
like
I
niggas don't
think
talk
I
about
think
don't
Zelda
Halo
like
like
is
if
that.
niggas
trash.
don't
You
like.
know what I mean?
I
Look,
think
I don't
Halo
like.
is trash, and I think
I think
Halo was trash
Minecraft.
when at the
I
height of
think
Halo. I thought
Minecraft
it
is
was
a
I
piece
never
of
trash.
shit.
really liked
I
Halo
do.
all
I
that.
think Minecraft. I couldn't take 10 minutes of fucking Minecraft, my nigga. But
Yeah,
I do
me
respect.
either.
I do respect what it brings to gaming, my nigga. That's what that's where I think I don't know if that's where y'all niggas is at.
Hey,
But where I'm at is
Gambit.
that you can respect the game that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not a good game.
Right.
Hey, Gambit. I got a question
And
for
you
you.
gotta be able to back up
What's
your
up?
shit, nigga.
You said you bought the 360 for Gears, right?
Right.
Okay, you like Gears, right?
Right.
Okay, I can't stand that fucking game. Since
Okay.
day one it came out. Day one. And Grada tell or
That's because you
Nerd
can't
tell
shoot,
you,
nigga.
I cannot. Fuck you, nigga. I just fuck that. That game sucked ass to me. You know what I'm
Gotta get used
saying?
to
But
controls, bro.
I played it because my boys were playing it. You know what I'm saying? But I hated that damn game.
Oh, fuck
You know what I'm
Why?
saying? But everybody loves that game. Everybody, oh, that Gears came out. It was the best game ever. I don't see how. I didn't like it. It was small maps. You ran around. So you guys had to run out and grab this shit before the other person does,
I
and you kill
mean,
each other
but
in the
see,
maps over in
you a
2 minutes.
multiplayer dude, man. I like the story. The story was dope to me, man. Like
No,
the
the story.
campaign was
Okay,
dope.
now if we go back. I'm sorry. If we go back to the story mode, yes, I play the story mode. Love the stories. I just hate the online shit.
Yeah. I didn't really fuck with the online shit. I played the story and I played the horde mode with the homies and shit. I didn't really go online with that shit. I didn't really give a fuck about online with that shit. I barely touch online with Gears. I'm more of the story. I was a fan of the story. I want to know what happened. You know what I'm saying? With Dom's wife. I mean, not, yeah, Dom's wife and shit. Marcus and all them. I want to see the characters. I actually like the characters of Gears and shit. You know what I mean? I
Dude, when
actually
he
like
killed himself,
the
nigga, that
story.
shit was crazy.
Yeah, that shit was fucked up. Seeing his wife was fucked up. That shit, you know what I'm saying? Fucked
Yeah,
me
yeah.
up,
She
yeah,
man.
looked
shit
like she was
was.
on crack.
That was like almost a tearjerker moment, my nigga. Like no
Yeah,
bullshit.
man. Like that's what I'm saying. I love that shit. So like I don't know what it was about Halo that I just couldn't got into it. For whatever reason, it looks cartoony to me back then. I don't know what it was. I was more into Call of Duty and you know what I'm saying, that type of shooters during that era anyways. I wasn't into Halo. It just seems, kind of cartoony with laser beams and shit. Goofy ass aliens, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't seem like it's my bag of tea. I just never got into it, and I tried to
Beat him
play
up
it,
some
and
trash.
yeah, and I tried to
Gotta
play
work.
it,
This
and it's
nigga
just the gameplay doesn't like
competitive wants
connect
some
with me. I just didn't feel it. So I was like, Halo is trash to me, but I understand the significance of it. You know what I mean? It basically held, bruh. It basically carried the 360 and the original Xbox. Halo did. Like, don't keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. Halo basically carried that fucking console for like damn near 2 generations. Halo and Gears.
No, but
Baby.
Halo 3 was good. Though, I'm not gonna lie. I liked Halo 3.
I mean, I just never got into it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not
Hey,
the
UK.
type of shit that I want to play. But
Yeah.
Gears was
Hey,
shit
you-
for me. I don't know.
Hey, UK, you did get a little sensitive though. It looked like
No, I
somebody
didn't. No, I didn't. No.
someone backhand. It sounded like somebody backhand one of your kids or something, man. You got really sensitive for a minute there.
No. It's just when you get into debate mode, you have to get into debate mode, nigga. You have to get into the when a nigga can't back up what he's saying and shit like that. You have to get into debate mode and shit. It's like, nigga, what exactly you're saying?
You
Oh,
gotta
that's
stop
what I'm
that.
saying.
The game was
Listen
garbage.
back
I
to
said
it.
why it
Listen
was
back to
garbage.
it.
Just because you don't agree with me, don't mean I ain't saying the right shit.
Nah, nigga.
saying
No, because that's what I'm saying. You distinctly said that shit about the lightning. No.
So none of my shit
No.
makes
You
sense. Nigga, go
distinctly
ahead
said
with
that
that
shit
shit.
about the lightning. You distinctly said that. Hold on. You distinctly said that shit about the lightning, and I asked you about that to double back on
That
that
was the
fact
first
about the
thing that came to
lightning,
my
and then
mind
you
when
couldn't
talked
double,
about the
and then you
mechanics.
couldn't
That
say
was the
anything.
first thing I thought about was the fucking lightning because I got electrocuted a couple
Exactly,
times.
but here's
That
the
was the
thing.
first thing
What
I
you
thought
thought
of. That
was
wasn't the
wrong.
only
And
What
thing.
you
what's up with
thought
this
was
black
wrong.
on
Like,
black
What you
come
thought
crime,
was
on.
cuz?
wrong, homie. That's all. What you thought was wrong, and I
Ain't
pulled
nothing
you up
I
on that.
thought was wrong. Lane,
Yeah, it was. You
how?
said
How?
you acted like that was the only mechanic. That's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't say that was
Yes,
the
you
only
did.
fucking mechanic. That was just the first thing that came to
Oh,
my
yes, you
fucking
I mean,
mind,
did.
nigga.
fam,
That was
no
just
Yes,
the
you
ass
first thing
niggas
I
did.
fucking
downplayed the shit.
said.
No,
Yes,
bro,
you
I didn't even finish
did.
the fucking sentence. You start running your goddamn mouth. I didn't even say nothing about it. That was just the first thing I said about the mechanics,
No,
nigga. Come on, nigga, you ain't check shit, nigga. That was just the first thing I fucking said. I know about the mechanics. I know
no,
about the fucking wind and the rain fucking blowing you.
no,
Nah, man, whatever,
So
nigga.
let me ask
I
you,
even
no,
waste my fucking time with
Nurse,
this
if
nigga.
that's the case, then
no.
how come you said that when he said the mechanics? Why don't you let him finish? Why? I mean, because it sounds like to me, like real talk. I'm not a part of this argument. If y'all are having an argument, I'm not a part of it. I'm just asking.
Hey, hold
Does it
on.
does
No,
it
it's
Hey,
sound
not
like
even an argument. It's regular shit. It's
hey,
regular
hold on.
shit. That's what I'm telling him. It's not even
I do
personal.
gotta
I just put
say,
him on blast and then I let him
But
rest. That's it.
but he
I
just
do
thinking
gotta.
because of the mechanics and the weather that makes the game so fucking great. But that's appealing to you. But that's not
No,
appealing
but I
to
don't just.
me.
The
So why
thing
you
is, that's not
attack
even
me?
what I said. That's not even.
Because
Oh
something that
no, nobody
I
attacked
don't
you, bro.
fucking like. So
Nigga,
you
fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, man. Jeez,
out of
man.
here.
Move on to the next subject, man.
Triggered. Look at you. I can't say shit without you fucking over talking, nigga. You triggered,
Yeah,
nigga.
you
No,
gotta let
no,
niggas
no.
talk.
Every
You
time I
gotta let
say
niggas
something, you
talk.
over talking me, nigga. You triggered. I'm done with the conversation. Fuck you and Zelda, nigga.
hey,
Look at, and he's trying to say I'm mad. Nigga, fuck out of here. Look,
Hey, you
listen back
pee
to
drinking
this.
motherfucker.
Listen,
all right.
listen.
So real quick, fam, just nerds. If like, tell us how you feel about the game. Tell us how you feel about it. Just
You already
don't
said.
interrupt us. Just tell us how
I
you feel
didn't
about
like the game. I thought it was boring. I thought it had the same repetitive enemies. Then the Red Moon come back, and they all come back. I felt the world was empty. It wasn't that many towns to interact with people. Your weapons broke so easily, and you had to always get new weapons.
Damn, good point.
That's the shit I
Good
didn't
point.
like about the game. That's what I didn't
He
like
got his
about it.
points. I mean, like he got his points. I didn't like
I
the
always
weapons breaking
feel
on that
like
shit
the
either. To be
weapons
honest,
breaking is a part of Zelda
that
shit.
shit was
Though.
dumb as fuck.
Like,
That was the dumbest shit they ever put in that game. No bullshit. Game would have been 10 times better without that weapon breaking shit.
And
Yeah,
then,
I wasn't feeling the weapon breaking shit either.
Weapon breaking.
and as soon as I put the game in, I can go fight Ganon within the main boss within 30 seconds of launching the game. Like, come on, man. Put some
Within 30
story in there.
seconds
Give
of
me some
launching the
mission.
game.
Yes, you
No,
can.
you
I seen it
Okay.
really
online.
good. You
I
really
seen it
good. You
online.
really good.
Go
Within
check the
30
videos.
seconds.
Go
Within
check the
30
videos.
seconds.
Well,
So
Within
I
you
30
know.
mad?
seconds.
Well, I'm
You
a
mad?
fucking
We
fast
know
track
he ain't
nigga.
speaking fully
Come on,
literal,
now. You
but
want
but
to
you
be
see it.
but
you
it
know
is
what I'm
pretty
talking
straight to the
about,
boss.
nigga.
But see, this is what happens though. You see how what you just did right there. So you didn't learn that you could beat it in 30 seconds. You learned that someone else did it, and now that's a problem to you.
All right, well, hold on. What's the problem?
Like,
The problem
But
is
I don't
they talked
understand.
about that
said
You
before the
the
can't,
game was
you,
problem.
even
you can't,
released.
you
Hold on,
can't
hey,
beat it. So
hold on. Because what I'm seeing here, if you're trying to micro a lot of shit, dude said that it could be done in 30 seconds. Okay, so if it's done in 30 seconds, then it's a possibility, right? So why are you even jumping
But
on him about
did
that?
anyone know about it until that video came out?
Okay, what the fuck does that
And
got to
could
do
you
with it?
beat
It
Ganon
happened.
within?
It
Can you beat
happened though.
Ganon as soon as you start
It
the game?
happened though. Did it
I
happen? Did it
seen niggas
happen?
beat him with 3 hearts.
Okay,
Y'all
so
niggas is
have you
pretty
done it?
motherfucking
Have you
sick.
done
Y'all
it?
niggas
I
is pretty
haven't done
sensitive
it.
over some goddamn
Okay,
Zelda. I know that.
so
And
We
I
all
put
for
about
it.
50, 60 hours into the game. You know what I'm saying?
bro, but you're
That's
speaking
where
about
my
somebody
opinion
else's
comes from.
experience though. Like you didn't do that. Like why?
I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the whole game.
Oh, hey, Nerd, why
I don't get
turn
it.
that
No,
shit
I don't
on?
get it. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm
everybody
saying
entitled
about
to
this.
their own opinion.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why that's why I'm right now. I'm letting him have his opinion
Like
because
here's my
that's what I'm saying.
question.
Everybody's
If your
entitled to their
personal
opinion, but
opinion,
what he said before was just wrong. What about the lightning?
No,
You can
I mean,
only
but that's
do
your
the lightning.
opinion, though. Like
I
to
didn't say
him,
you
like
can only
when
do
it
the
come to
light.
gaming, like in real shit. When it come to gaming, my nigga, everybody gonna have a different opinion on some shit. Whether we like it or not, niggas didn't like some niggas didn't like God of War, some niggas did, whether we like it or not.
Nigga, it's not about his opinion. It's more about what he said about the lightning being the only thing that you can interact being wrong.
Was the only
We can go back and listen to it. Nigga, you can go back and listen to it. It's being recorded, man.
I think the only reason why FTP was heated about that
Make it
really is because you was trying to downplay that the way you say it. The way you say it did sound like you was downplaying the fuck out of the way you was trying to say it.
That's what I'm saying. And when I asked him, and when I asked him, and then when I asked him exactly, yeah,
but did I say that was the only thing though? I did.
No, but the thing, and then when I asked you again to be clear, and then real talk, when I asked you again to be clear, you couldn't back up what you're saying. I gave you the floor to back it up, and then what could you say? Nothing. That's it. Oh, that's it. I'm done. Like I told you, I asked. Oh, fuck it, man. Can we move on to this next segment, man?
Yeah, we can. Because y'all niggas get little too hot over some goddamn Zelda.
It's there. Niggas can go back and listen to it. It's there. Do you know what I'm saying? Somebody got put on Front Street. It's there, man. It's being recorded. Good. Let's go. Ciao.
Y'all crazy. What's the next topic? Y'all niggas is always arguing over some extra shit. Goddamn, one at a time.
Over some lightning shit.
Goddamn, Jesus Christ. What else was it? Goddamn it. Hey,
what happens if there's no thunderstorm? That he don't get hit by lightning?
Thanks, Diver. Diver, shut your ass up. We trying to get over this shit. The fuck? Damn, nigga.
I'm over it. I'm playing Zelda now. I'm playing Zelda now. I'm playing Hyrule Warriors.
Look, the moral of the story is this, nigga. Some niggas don't like Zelda. Some niggas do like Zelda. Some niggas never like Zelda. Some niggas
No, that's not even the moral. Fam, I don't give a fuck who likes it. You know what I'm saying? It's not even my franchise.
My favorite Zelda. My favorite Zelda was a 40 at a time, my nigga. I mean,
properly.
And it was still the same shit though, nigga. Like my problem with Zelda was I pick up a weapon that I like and then that motherfucker breaks, so I'm scared to use this motherfucker. So I find myself saving my favorite motherfucking weapon. Why the fuck am I saving weapons for to use? I don't like that shit. Period. I just didn't like it. The world was barren, my nigga. It didn't have a lot of shit going on in the fucking planet, and you was fighting a lot of the same motherfuckers. You had to find all these motherfucking
I won't disagree that you would find the same.
I know the game is great. I do know the game is great, but it went against the grain of what Zelda is. Zelda, you always had something to do. You always had something to find. It was a sense of wonder or shit like that. Like you find a fucking cave, and you go and you tackle that shit. When I found out that all the caves that you go into was like a minute-long puzzle, I was like, well, fuck, that's not like how the Zelda I know. They should have made they should have made less of those fucking caves. And they should have made more big time adventurous motherfucking missions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Longer in the mission, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt about the shit. I know it was a great game. You could climb everything, do everything. The concept was great. It's just that the shit did have some kind of goddamn flaws in this shit. It did.
I'm not saying
it didn't. When did I tell me where I said it didn't? I was just talking about.
I'm not saying you said that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why this has become some, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna explain. Like it doesn't have that. That's what I'm saying. I don't get why this has become. I can see why some people don't like Zelda. Fam, I didn't say it was a perfect game. I was just making. Hold on, let me finish because I've.
I know, but you're always talking, bro.
Hold on. No, I'm not. Here's the thing. Even when you listen back to this, you'll see that I never even got a chance to finish my initial point, which is ironic.
God damn, your shit is long, then.
No, all I was saying, fam. All I was just saying is that, do you know what? As I said before, there's a lot of 3D games out there that claim to be open world, but this one actually had a world that worked. Period. That was my only point.
That was nice. That was
That's
nice,
what I'm
but I
saying.
wish it
And then
would have
people
worked.
started,
I
and
wish
then
it would
people
work with
started, and
everything
people
else that
started,
made
and
Zelda
people
Zelda.
started giving their opinions and stuff like that. Like to say I had a problem with opposing opinions. I don't give a fuck about somebody's opinions. This is the first Zelda game I've really been into. So like, why would I have an opinion about that? Do you know what I'm saying? If you
Nah,
even check, if there was a way to check trophies, you'd see that I haven't even finished this shit yet. So why would I like have an opinion
right.
about somebody else's
But he was
opinion on
but
Zelda?
yeah, but
All
he
that
was saying
is, all it
you
is,
was saying
all
that
it
because you
where
wasn't
me
letting
and
niggas
where me and him,
nigga, you wasn't
where
letting
me and
niggas say
him.
his side. Like
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
you
Where
asked
me
him
and
a
him.
question and then he answered it, and then in the middle of him answering it, he was like, "See, I got you." Ha ha ha. I'm like, "Damn, nigga, well, let the nigga finish saying everything
No,
that
no,
he
no,
said,
hold, no, no,
and
no,
that
no.
way
It
he can
wasn't.
get
It
his
was the
shit."
case of. It was actually. I was saying whilst I was making a point about the game being an open world, and the thing is, we can. When you go back and listen to this, you'll see. But whilst I was making a point about the game's open world, he said something about the lightning being the only thing, and I
I
asked
didn't
him
never
to.
say
I
it was
asked
the
him to
only thing.
prove
That
that,
was the
nigga.
first
It's
thing I
right
said.
there. It's on.
I
It's
said,
on. See,
oh,
you're
people let
He
interrupting me
said the
again.
first
You know what I'm
thing.
saying?
He said the first thing that came to his mind. I don't think you're understanding that. He's not saying it's the only thing.
So
He's just
okay,
that was the first thing that
thank
came
you,
to
guys.
his mind.
Thank you. Thank
boy.
you,
When I
guys.
asked him, when I asked him to clarify that, he never had anything to say.
You ain't
So
give me a chance to
He
clarify.
probably
that
didn't have.
You
I
said,
don't remember. I don't even remember you asking that question because there's so much talking
you
going
said
around at that time.
thank you.
You said you
Let me
said
get
you
some of
was
these other
dipping in
stuff.
and out.
Hey, can I ask my question now? Let me ask. I got a serious
Go
question to
ahead,
ask you, UK.
go ahead. Go
Hey,
ahead, get off
UK.
this shit.
Yeah, I know. UK. Did you watch that royal wedding?
No,
Why not?
Stupid.
That was your people's.
what do you mean?
Hey, Jordan, your
Like,
ears hurt, my
why didn't
nigga?
you watch it? Like everybody around the world is watching it. You live right there. You didn't see it.
I didn't watch that
Alright,
shit. I don't give a fuck
I
about
watched that shit.
no royal family with no
do you
politics.
watch everything that Trump does?
Who's Trump?
Ooh, damn, facts. Facts.
Exactly.
Ooh. He got
Do
you
you
back with
watch?
that question.
Yeah, no, no,
Do
no,
you
no.
watch?
But
How
you
much
got a
attention
black.
do you
You got
pay
a
to?
black. Hey, hold on. You got a black girl from Sapinando Valley, where I grew up from, marrying one of you motherfuckers' princes or whatever. That should be a big deal to you. You black, aren't you?
Yeah.
How you gonna tell somebody what a big deal to them should be?
Hey, hold on. I'm talking to dudes, so how about you chill? I'm just saying, like
But I'm talking to
it's a
you. I'm
black.
asking you a question.
Hey,
How you gonna
it's
tell
black
somebody?
blood. You guys don't understand. It's black blood in the royalty. You see the way that queen looked
Bruh,
at her? They
Hey,
wanted
bruh,
to kill
hey,
her
them
bruh,
ass.
people don't got. Hey,
bruh,
Diver, I hear what you're saying, but them people ain't even
Diver.
got power out there, my
Either one of
nigga.
them bitch
Them
ass
motherfuckers is
princes
just there, my
marry an
nigga. That's
Asian chick, I
it.
would not give two shits.
Yeah,
The fuck do
nah.
I
Nigga,
know
all
this
No,
that.
Asian
just
chick?
because hey, no, but see, you don't get it though. You Asians are
No,
everywhere.
no, I know what you mean. I know what you
The
mean. I
fuck
know
is
what
that,
you mean,
bruh?
and it is
Bruh.
significant. It is significant, but I do not know how much things are
Oh,
gonna actually change because of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Now I
Yeah,
get what you
nothing's
mean.
gonna
You're not
change.
being
They don't have
ignorant.
no power. Them
Do you know
people
what
don't have
I'm
no
saying?
fucking power. Like they can't behead motherfuckers or no shit. Them niggas ain't. You can
you know,
go
the
over there and
prime
slap the
minister is the
queen,
one that actually
and
ruled
all she can do is
UK,
charge
right?
you for assault,
All
nigga.
it
That's
is
it.
that it look. All it is that it looks good. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks good. Do you know what I'm saying? Or that's all it is that it just
I
looks
don't
good
know
on
why that would
TV.
be a big deal to another black motherfucker just because the black girl's marrying one of them white
Yeah,
people.
Because
I
okay,
don't care.
because
No,
probably
she
because
mixed.
when I
You know what I'm
look at
saying? I'm
it,
black as fuck, nigga. She mixed and she sexy and she play on what she play on Suits, nigga, and she was sexy in that. And I thought she was a Mexican when she was on Suits.
nah,
If we're
dude,
being 100% honest,
she's
I thought she was
black. But
Puerto
see,
Rican.
my point, what I'm trying to say is, she came in. She's from the valley. She grew up where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying?
So why
So
ain't
for
you
her
proud
to
about
be
it? I
there,
guess you proud about it, huh?
no,
Yeah,
it's
you say
I'm
so.
not. I'm not black. I'm not black.
You.
I'm just saying. I thought it
But
would be
nah,
a
it
big
don't
deal
matter to
to a.
black
So
people. I
so
mean,
so let me
I
ask
thought it
you
would
this:
be a
if you
big
marry
deal
a
to a
Puerto
black
Rican
person.
chick, would you feel better about it?
do
Hey,
you
hold
think
on, hold on, hold
Obama was
on.
a big
Hold
deal?
on.
You
Hey,
think
hey, hey,
Obama was a
hey,
big
hey.
deal to niggas,
So,
guys?
so,
Come
so,
on,
let me
guys.
ask you this question. Hey, King. So, when Obama became president, you wasn't proud about that?
No. I didn't. You know who I was proud of? I was proud of white people. Is what I was proud of. They
Yeah, I
didn't
know
even
what you
kill the
mean.
nigga. Yeah. They was killing. They didn't kill. It took more white people to vote for Obama in than it took black people, bro. Like
For
I was
sure.
more
Well,
proud of white
that's
people than
not.
I
But
was
I'm
black
saying
people.
you didn't feel no kind of like it
I felt
happened.
good for the country. I
It's
felt
the
good. I felt like
surprise.
racism was
Why am
low
I?
key
Why would
dying
I be
until
proud
Trump
of
came
somebody
back in
else's
and stopped
accomplishment,
down
man?
that, my nigga. But I mean, look at it like this, cuz. Let me tell you a black secret, cuz, real quick, cuz. I'm gonna ask you one question, cuz. What did Obama do for black people? It's a
He
black
came in
secret
there
I
right
don't
here.
with
know.
2 G's.
What did he do for
He
black
I
had
don't
people?
know.
tax refund shit.
He didn't do shit for black people. And he didn't do shit for black people because we didn't want him to do shit for black people. Cause we didn't want it to be continue the racial bullshit
on that
where,
level.
okay, because he black, he got to do shit for us. No, he did shit for the whole country.
No, it's not that what I'm trying to say.
He made it better for free. I'm just saying, like, I mean, if you asking me what I felt about Obama, that's what I felt about Obama. Obama didn't do shit for black people because we didn't want him to do shit for black people.
Well,
we don't.
I reckon there was some black people that wasn't do shit.
Do for the entire country.
What could Obama do for black people that they was going to let him do? Because you know he can't do shit without the motherfuckers voting and shit. You know what I mean?
This ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Like Diva, real quick. If it wasn't a black chick, if it wasn't a mixed black chick, if it was a Puerto Rican chick from the Valley, would you feel proud about it? That she's married.
Well, I feel proud of What I'm trying to say is it's when you go 100 years where you can only marry a certain type of person. When you go hundreds of years where the president's only white and a black president comes up, I would think that the black people would be happy about that because something that never happened. Okay, something that never happened. And the same thing with the wedding. That's why I was asking about him. Now that a black girl, half black, got into this family's blood for thousands of years that this family blood was only one way. Does he feel proud about it?
I mean, they was mad that he got with her. The family was already mad. They already low-key racist. They was already mad that they were trying to break up the wedding and they didn't want it to happen. All right, period. Yeah. So it already destroys what we would even be proud of because the family don't even want her there low-key. Under their breath, they don't want her there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. The shit's gonna still continue. Black people are a strong race of people, my nigga. We deal with a lot more worse shit than anything that anybody else can really do to us. You know what I'm saying? So if she married a white guy who was rich, there's a lot of black women married to rich white niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like just because this nigga's royalty, it don't mean shit to the black community. Good for her. I mean, good shit, bitch. I mean, you just okay.
To tell the truth, she's not even
like it just doesn't, man. Like,
all right, well, enough of that bullshit. I just wanted his opinion. I thought maybe it was something, but we can go back to games. That's all it was.
Thank you. Nigga, you don't want me to get started. I need to talk to Sick because I want to start a channel talking about shit like that.
Hey, I'm gonna go eat. Fuck y'all. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming out. This Diver, I love y'all. Eat dick. Peace out.
It was that some shit that didn't bounce. Hungry ass nigga. Nah, nigga. But nigga, do we have any more topics? How long we been on, nigga? I mean, chat room, y'all niggas got something y'all want us to talk about? Because we talked about Battlefield, we talked about all the shit with Battlefield, we talked about Battlefield versus Call of Duty. We didn't get on that shit, nigga. Which one takes the cake this year?
Call of Duty.
Battlefield all day. I mean, as much as I talk shit about that chick, but it's Battlefield all day at this point.
I think Battlefield.
Get a campaign no more.
I'm kind of curious how Call of Duty is going to work that battle royal.
I don't give a bruh how many battle royale game have I played. And don't act like Battlefield ain't gonna have one either. Yeah, matter of fact, Battlefield in a way, if you play Last Man Standing, Battlefield, that's basically the same shit. Yeah. But they having one too. Like, come on, bro. And they have story mode. Come on, fam. Come on.
Any of y'all fuck with the VR on the PlayStation?
I fuck with it. I just
got it. I'm thinking of getting that. But do you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
$199 Gran Turismo package, yo. That was my first VR experience. People say it ain't the best, but that shit was immersive enough for my motherfucking ass. Like playing Resident Evil, nigga, I was jumping, nigga. Like, oh shit.
Oh, VR?
Oh, yo, fam. Yeah. What part you at? You beat it yet?
Nah, I didn't beat it yet. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I only played it for like 20 minutes. I'm scared to put that shit back on, nigga.
20 minutes, so where you got your arm cut off?
I got to the part where I got the gun in the attic and that bitch just jumped out at me. Nigga, I dropped my controller and shit. Nigga, I was banging shit.
Let me go back to playing some Call of Duty. Fuck this.
Hey, bro. I take my hat off to you being honest enough to admit the shit scared you.
Yo.
Yeah, real. Hey, because that nigga Lincoln the VR king, my nigga. Hey, Lincoln, did you beat that shit, Lincoln?
Hell no, I ain't gonna lie. It shook me up too.
Bro, the first time I stepped into the house and realized it's that dark, I was like, "Spam, it's really this dark in here, fam? Is it really this dark?" Like, I was like, "Fuck this shit."
What happened to us? Nigga, we used to be at a place. Resident Evil used to be scary back then. I used to get through it.
I bought that game, Weeping Dow. I think I bought that game, Weeping Dow, for like $5 at the PlayStation Store. Yeah, I think I'm walking through rooms, man, and I'm like hearing shit. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not about to go through this shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to just turn it off before it even happened, huh?
Shit, I bought the Inpatient after that motherfucker was sitting in the chair, and I was like,
but go ahead, fam. I'm sorry.
No, but with the impatient, more than anything, when I played it for a second, I was just using it to get video footage for for one of my videos. But yeah, these motherfucking horror games, like that VR Worlds, when I first got the VR, when that shark tried to jump up in that tank, man, that shit had me, that shit had me jumping up on the couch.
Hey, you know why?
Niggas over there running.
Resident Evil 7 is so effective though. You know why it's so effective? Because it's just like the old school. What's that shit? Silent Hill. It's about atmosphere. Because you gotta remember, like the old school Silent Hill, they don't look impressive, but the atmosphere is just right. You walking around in a like quiet ass town that's all foggy and shit from this ash, and when you step on blood, you can hear it swoosh and shit. You know what I'm saying? You hear random ass noises and shit. So when you play Resident Evil 7 in VR, fam, it's like the same shit except like multiplied. That shit's so fucked up, fam. Like I actually walk slowly, like I was really walking in that bitch for real. You know what I'm saying? Like my character walks slowly as fuck, just walking around.
Yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. I like that shit though.
Yeah, man. I mean, what's up with VR too? Though they haven't been really supporting that shit that much, have they?
I think so.
I don't know if it's selling that well, man.
Man, I always check the store, man. They come out with a ton of shit for VR, man. It's just like like they indie games. They ain't no AAA games. They indie games, and that's basically all these Oculus and Vive motherfuckers talk that shit about resolution or whatever the case may be. It's cleaner. I fucked with Vive before. It is cleaner, but the games over there, man, they ain't no different than the games that's over here on the PlayStation. So, they playing indie games and they just a little cleaner.
I mean, isn't Resident Evil is exclusive to like VR wise to
right?
right?
And then Sony is the market leader in VR. So I dare say that if it wasn't for Sony stepping into the VR market, it might have died, because who the fuck do you know gonna build a $1,500 computer to play some and then spend about another $500 or $600 on the headset only to play some $10 indie games?
Yeah.
But is that all that's available and stuff like that? Because I heard that they had stuff like that Batman game and stuff. Was that any good?
That's an indie game.
See, but what
like
you got to
do
with the VR, you gotta look close at them. Some of them say games and some say apps. Like the Spider-Man shit, that was like an app. It was just to give you an experience. It wasn't really a game. It was more of just a VR experience. That was like the same thing I was hearing with Batman. It was like just a 1 hour, 2 hour, just to get experience, just to see what VR is like.
But don't get me wrong, it's some stuff coming out for I'm the biggest supporter of VR on this panel, because I don't know how many podcasts I done supporting VR, and I still support it. And there are some games that's coming up, like with Firewall 0 Hour, Blood and Truth, Alvo.
That's what that Blood and Truth, fam.
Special Forces VR. That's like Rainbow for the VR. All those games I thought they were supposed to be coming out this year. Hopefully, we'll get more information about them at E3, because they are supposed to, showcase some PSVR shit. So,
I want to see them bring some more AAA titles, because if they can bring Doom and Skyrim to VR,
I will be honest.
Y'all can bring damn near anything open world.
We might see a triple. We might see a AAA. We might see a AAA. We might see a AAA game on the VR once in a while, but I mean, honestly speaking, man, the market ain't there. For somebody to spend, $50 million building the game, and it's only 2.5 million headsets out there.
Yeah,
I mean that's being realistic. Now, I think it has a possibility of happening during the next generation, because as of right now, Sony has a contract with somebody developing like some LCD or LED displays for VR. That's supposed to be the best shit out there. So when the next generation starts, Sony will have high fidelity VR. The shit should be crystal clear, especially with the rumored power that the PS5 is gonna have. Then we might possibly see some AAA exclusives. Well, not exclusive, but AAA games. I'm hoping.
Do I want a AAA? Like, what kind of AAA game would be on VR that would be viable to play?
Hey,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that,
Like,
don't
I think
call
they're
me
still
dead. It just
working that
said it
out.
right there. You know, like Ace Combat. You know, that's another
Yeah.
big title that's
that'd
supposed
be
to be
good.
coming.
I think Ace Combat is VR. That's what Uncompetitive
Well,
said. Shout out to Uncompetitive too. I
it's-
see you, my nigga.
I think it's VR mode included. I think it's going to be a game you can play with or without VR.
Automatic.
It's like Resident Evil.
I'll play that.
You can
I'll
do
play that
both.
because it's like you're gonna be in the airplane. You can look around and shit, do some gangster shit, and that shit looked nice
Does
when I saw
VR make you sick though?
the picture.
No, I know
Lightbringer,
about that, bro.
I didn't know Project Cars 2 had a VR mode. I'll have to look into that because right now I think the
Wasn't
best
there a trailer for
experience as far as racing games goes, Drive Club VR is the best one, but that shit, those night races are awful because the shit is so damn blurry. You won't see something until it comes up at the last second. But the game is fun. The day races, you can see shit on the day races, and then I just bought a racing wheel, and that's gonna make it all the more immersive.
Hey, GT Sport got VR, don't it?
Yeah, but it's not that. That's why I was saying that Drive Club is the best one because the VR on GT Sport is one-on-one versus the computer, whereas Drive Club VR, you know, races can have up to 8 live people in there. So if you want a racing game for the VR, Drive Club is the one you want to get.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's if you want to race
that's
against. You know,
because the shit's GT is more of a sim, so they just want you to run it right and shit, I guess. But that's a features that they should have had, man. It's dumb they don't have that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is.
I don't play racers, so I don't give a fuck. But just saying, you would think, you know, what I mean, you the biggest known name in racing games.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, like
racing
Bringer,
sim,
Dirt Rally does have VR, but I've never played it, so I don't know if it's you against AI or against live people. I have no idea.
Did we lose someone? Did we lose nerds?
Fatal Mephisto, the Canadian grizzly bear.
Yeah, I'm nerd.
How we
Yeah,
lose
nerds and diaper.
Yeah, no, but Diver said he pieced out earlier.
Yeah, he pieced out earlier.
Diver was out, but I ain't know nerds was out. I don't know if we got kicked.
He should probably dropped though, because he was used to say bye. He should probably dropped out. Like we can do our outros though if you ain't got nothing else to talk about. You got something else?
I mean,
anybody want to bring it up?
It's whatever, man. I ain't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Daniel, I forgot about VR carts. I forgot about that too. But I wouldn't be surprised if nobody's playing that game. I forgot that name. That game by Ubisoft, Flight, where you're supposed to be an eagle flying through the air and shit like that. I bought that game and there was not a single person playing online.
Damn,
it looked like it could have been a fun game because you could play teams. You're on one team and there's the other team, and y'all like trying to like catch the most birds or something like that, flying after birds and snatching them out the air and shit like that. It looked like it had the potential to be a good game, man, but it just nobody playing it. I don't think the game sold.
Can I ask y'all this real quick? I just thought of this real quick since we did talk about PlayStation 5, right? And we talking about VR. Do y'all think PlayStation 5, when it comes out, would they have a new edition of the VR to go along with it, or they
without a doubt? That's what I was talking about this LED display that Sony's the contracted somebody to build for them because it's supposed to be better than what's out there right now, better than Oculus, better than Vive. So there's no question. And not only that, the VR technology is supposed to be baked into the console. So there's going to be wires. I believe there's going to be wires on the PS5 for the next iteration of the VR, but it ain't going to be a ton of shit like you got right now. I think it's just going to be one direct wire that runs from the headset to the console instead of a big ass processor box in the middle.
Sounds about right.
I mean, I can see that happening. It only makes sense. You know what I mean? New hardware, it's only right.
It makes
especially if they still want to put VR like that. If they want to be the head runners of VR,
right?
They would almost have to do.
Do you think the old VR system will be forward compat on it with the old PS?
It needs to be.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Now, I think if Sony wants to keep their foot on Microsoft next, that's something they're going to have to consider. Because that's one of the reasons why we're talking about the PS5. That's one of the reasons why I still believe that the console is going to come out in holiday of 2019. I said it before, Sony got their foot on Microsoft neck. I think they're going to try to snap at the next generation.
I guess. I mean, I can't see any earlier than 2020, but I mean, if they're coming out next year, then they would at least announce it this year, right?
I
We
think,
Or
should do
maybe in
something about it at
February.
E3,
I
right?
think we're gonna hear something at E3 next year unless they do their own, Nintendo Direct type shit.
Damn, for real, you think they're gonna like come out next year, say they dropping a console, and then 3 months later it comes out?
The generation is gonna be 6 years old come next year, next holiday.
I mean, but I'm saying like you don't think they're gonna
But
give
it's more
them like
about how
prior
much money
warning
Well,
they're
like that?
see,
making.
They just gonna say
see
3
that
months
meeting.
coming out and
See,
it's dropping.
well, that
Hey,
I think it very well could happen, but I think they might start dropping hints like next February or next March or something like that, and then I think we might get a little more tidbit at E3, and then whatever the next big event is or whatever event they got planned, I think that's when they're gonna let it out the box. I think they're gonna let it out this summer, summer of 2019. I think that's when we're gonna know what this console is gonna look like.
I agree. Uncompetitive. I agree with what you're saying. They're gonna announce it 2019 and release on 2020. I don't know about.
And then as far as the VR headset goes, I put it like this: when the PlayStation 5 comes out, I'm buying it day one, and if they offer the VR headset along with it, the next generation VR day one, I'm buying that too.
Hey, I can't be mad at you. I can't say I ain't gonna do the same, man.
They
gotta have it all. As long as the games keep coming, I'll get any console. As long as they got games coming that's good.
They done built up a track record. They done kind of put out. They had their slow periods, but for the most part, they've been putting out exclusives for the most part this whole generation. So they built up a track record, right now. So and I believe I'm taking Sony at its word that they're gonna double down on first party exclusives. Man, I got a good problem to have right now, man. I got so many goddamn Sony exclusives that I haven't even scratched the surface on them yet, and I don't even think I'll finish these games before the next generation start. I got so many damn games.
Dude, I got just as many Xbox games I ain't played either.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the hell?
What exclusive
lies?
Because I'm trying to get some PlayStation exclusive. What's good?
You come in at the beginning of the podcast, fam, not at the end.
No, I've been listening to the whole podcast.
Oh, exactly. You've been listening the whole time.
Hey, you absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Vinny. And I expect Sea of Thieves to still be there in a couple of years. So
it's built for that, though. It's built for that. It's
right,
built for longevity. So what's State of Decay?
You are joking, right?
No, swear to God.
State of Dookie.
Wait, what's good for longevity?
Online only. It's State of Decay online only.
So is Destiny online only?
Yeah, you can play it offline.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to play Call of Duty, and it's not going to be on campaign, is it going to be online only?
Call of Duty is boo-boo.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because it took away campaign.
You can't single out Microsoft games when other people are doing it too.
Ain't nobody singled out nobody. We call whoever's fucking up.
Right. But you guys just happen to call out Microsoft all the time and nobody else.
Microsoft always fucking up. All right. Tell me what I can talk about the PlayStation with, and we can talk about it. Tell me where Sony fuck up at so we can talk about it.
Wait a minute, are you telling me there's no online only PlayStation games?
No, I said when Sony fucked up. See, they clearly got their single player games and online games. There's nothing wrong with having online games. It's the problem with having nothing but online games.
What
people
fucked up?
complained about GT Sports that it was supposed to be you had to be connected to the internet when the game first came out.
Lincoln, why you bring that up?
But I don't know if it's still like that now though.
It's not.
They've had numerous updates.
Yeah, it's not anymore, but it's still fucked up that it even started out.
Wait a minute. You mean like kind of like PUBG's had all these updates, but everybody's still saying it's trash and it runs perfect now?
You said what now? PUBG?
No. Don't mix those words. All these updates for GT Sport has been adding cars and tracks to the game, not the fake frame rates and screen tearing. That game runs just fine.
I wish GT.
Wait a minute. You think that's all they're adding?
In the story mode, I was kind of disappointed about that shit. For that shit to come with my VR headset, and I can only do VR in the practice shit.
Do what?
And the GT Pro, it came with the VR headset, but the only.
Oh, go ahead.
I said, but the only VR feature was like just like racing on the track against the computer, where it made it seem like the whole game was going to be in VR the way it was advertised and coming with the headset. I just wish they would add the VR to the regular campaign.
Yeah.
But right
They
now,
That would be
picked
nice.
up on that.
I'm
That
playing
would be
No,
Driver
nice.
they for
Club.
sure picked up on that.
Driver Club is just as good to me. You know what I mean? I like Driver Club VR. That shit's fun.
Yeah, I got that. It's pretty cool.
I put the fan on my face, make it really think I got the windows down and shit.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Hey,
Hey, how's that?
no, real shit, real shit. I had to
Hey,
do
how y'all
that.
like? Hey, so what's better? What's better? Forza or Gran Turismo?
Which Forza?
Sport, GT
Hey,
Sport, no question.
I actually
Seriously.
bring up a good question, man, because I don't really know about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play that shit.
I'm not
But
really a
do you
driving
own the
game.
original? You know, the original Xbox One and the S. Do you know if PUBG runs fine on those systems?
I don't know.
Wait
I
a minute.
didn't
You
on
talking
that.
about me?
Yeah, Lightbringers in the chat's asking that question. He's like, does PUBG run
Oh! I
fine on
got you. I got you.
the original Xbox One
got you.
and the One
I
S?
got you. Does
Nah.
fucking PS4 you know, all those regular games get
Yes.
fucking 4K
Yes,
and
to
HDR?
all of them.
No,
Yes,
no,
to
they
all
don't.
of them.
No,
No, they
that's
don't.
no, that's no.
The
That's
way
your,
it needs to
that's
play.
a totally different
You're
answer.
comparing
God of War,
to the
God of
fucking
War, God
vanilla
of
system.
no, God
to
of
the
War
fucking
still looks good.
enhanced system.
God of War still looks good.
No, get the fuck
Hey,
out of
hey, I
here.
brought this up.
No,
Wait,
no,
let
no.
me-
He's trying to ask a loaded question though. He's trying to answer with a loaded question.
I know. I
It's
got it.
totally
I got it.
different.
Well, let him
I got it. I
answer
know.
the
I got it. I got it.
question, and then
Relax.
we can take care of the
No,
other question.
here's
Let
the
him
thing,
answer.
fam. Like the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the difference is when you
You
play
ain't slick.
on the regular PlayStation, the game plays as well as a PlayStation would play it. You know what I'm saying? All we're asking
Facts.
is, does it have issues running on the original?
Oh,
And
well, then you answered your own question.
No, he
I'm
didn't. No, he
asking
didn't. No, he
Yes,
didn't. No, he didn't. Because State of
PUBG is
Decay
going
2
to
runs like
run.
trash on a regular
MVP, bro.
Xbox.
I got it. Bro, I got it. Don't relax, fam.
What did
Bro,
you
Nah,
just
this
say?
nigga's
What
annoying
did
me.
you just
asked
say?
you-
What
yeah.
did you just say? You said it's
All
going
right,
to
all
run
right.
as good as it's going to on a PlayStation 4, right? Well, PUBG is going to run as good as it's going to on a regular Xbox.
Listen,
So trash.
fam, stop
Well, that's an
interrupting me.
opinion.
Seriously.
Sorry.
Listen, Vidiot. I'm
Gotcha.
trying to get to this point. You're not. I guess I worded it incorrectly. I'll try to do better. All right. Here's what I mean. When you put Neo right into the PlayStation 4 regular, it doesn't run the game as well as a Pro would because the Pro is stronger.
Right.
But it runs very well for what it is
Right.
on the PlayStation. It runs as well as it needs to for you to play it properly.
Right.
What I'm asking you is, can PUBG do the same on the old school, One and the One S? That's
On
all
the
I'm asking. Does
Xbox?
it have issues? Does it have frame rate issues? That kind of stuff. I'm not asking for it to run as well as the X would because that doesn't make sense. That's why you buy the X, so it's better than these consoles. What I'm asking is, does it run properly enough for you to play? Where it's no issues. That's the difference. Because Neo run just fine on the PlayStation regular.
Right.
God of War plays just fine and looks beautiful on the regular ass PlayStation 4 too.
Yeah,
You feel me?
Oh no, I got you.
But
For one
can
terabyte
we say the
machine.
same for PUBG on the regular Xbox and the Xbox S?
Well, I can't tell you that it does because I haven't hooked up my S since I got my X, and I
But
haven't
see,
played
that's
PUBG.
Fucking hell.
why before I asked you that question, I asked, do you still own it? Can you verify that?
Oh no, I do, and
what
I
I'm saying?
could, but it's not hooked up.
But that's the difference though, because most PlayStation game, I can't say all because I don't know all of them like that, but most of them runs very well on the regular PlayStation as is, right? And it runs better on the Pro, or rarely it runs worse on the Pro for some goddamn reason. I don't know why, but some games run worse on the Pro than it does on the regular PlayStation.
Same thing with Xbox and Xbox One X.
Yes, but usually across the board, they're always playable on all the consoles they have within that gen. So right now, that's why Lightbringer was asking that question. It's like, well, does it work properly on the regular One and the One S? Because you play on the X or the PC, so you can't really call that. And if that's still a failure, then that's still a failure because no man left behind. Remember, you know what I mean? It has to play on at least the base, console first. Is all I'm saying. That's why I was agreeing with Lightbringer. I'm like, that's a good question. You know what I mean?
Right, but
because I play on the regular PlayStation. You feel me? So if a game plays properly on the Pro and it does on the PlayStation, like the regular one, I'd be mad as fuck. I mean, I could buy a Pro. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, well, damn, man, like what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to go out and buy one. Like, it's cool. I got the money for it. It's not the issue. It's just more the principle. Like, how many of these games gonna be that way? It'd be rough for other motherfuckers that don't have a Pro. You know what I mean? Because there's plenty of motherfuckers who don't have an X.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, most Xbox dudes don't have an X. Like, right? Can we agree to that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I'm
fact.
sure.
That's
You know,
fact. I mean,
yeah,
that's the
that's
least
fact.
selling console out of all the consoles that's out right now. It's the least selling.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's only fair to ask that question. I mean, as of right now, you don't know. So, I mean, you could check later and we can, continue on later. I mean, but that's a good question to ask.
Oh shit! And also, how much does Xbox suck? Just want to know
how much does
nah.
it suck?
That's a loaded question.
I am not
That's a
biased to
loaded
any
question.
system. But see, here's the deal. Here's the deal, man. And you guys, I'm sure, have already figured this out. I'm not biased toward anything. I prefer the Xbox because that's where my friends are. I don't prefer it because it's the superior console.
Is it?
No. I'm saying that's not my reason behind it. So I'm a gamer. I buy everything. I mean, like if PlayStation dropped a new console next month, I would fucking buy that. If Xbox did the same thing, I would buy that. I collect systems and shit.
Yeah,
but
it's just that you like the
mind,
lemon tea that Xbox has over the PlayStation, even though.
Yeah, but check it out. Say you guys are all pro Xbox, right? And you're not, obviously. But if say you were pro Xbox and you were doing this,
I am pro Xbox. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Listen, like every week you came on here and you were talking shit about PlayStation, I would have the same attitude toward you. Only I would
talking shit about. Hey, look, I talk shit about my girl every video, nigga, and that's my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pro my girl, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm pro Xbox. Man. I don't know what you mean. I'm just serious. I am very pro Xbox. I am pro PlayStation. I am pro Xbox. I am pro gaming. You feel me? But when you are fucking up in the game, I get to talk shit about you because I'm in the gaming space.
Dude, yeah, but fucking up is a matter of opinion, man. I mean, I'm happy.
No. She fucked up for that day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her know. Your hair is fucked off.
Some of it, if they come out with a certain feature that you don't like, it's up to your opinion. But it's certain things that come out that are detrimental to the community, fam.
Right. What's detrimental? I mean, they're working on making games.
No exclusives. No exclusives. That's detrimental.
We
got on this earlier.
They're working on games, nigga. It's been 5 years. They had too much time to work on games.
How
does Nintendo Switch have new games coming out already? And it just came out a year ago.
You act like 6 months ago. Hey, we're gonna bring Doom to this console. No, that shit was in development.
Well,
no. Come on, man.
I like to start from the beginning, fam. Like I just
look
like
at
to start
games like Xenoblade Chronicles. They got Xenoblade. Crackdown 3 was announced in 2014. That shit still ain't out yet. Xenoblade Chronicles came out within a year. Like that shit don't make sense. And that's a much bigger game. You niggas still waiting for Crackdown. You niggas still waiting to see what the game actually really looks like.
What the hell is that noise?
When they gonna come out with that game that shows all this power they've been talking about for 2 years? They had enough time to make a goddamn powerful game.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it again. They can bring out something tomorrow that would totally blow your fucking mind, and you guys still aren't gonna be happy with it because it's Xbox.
No, I wanted Scalebound. I wanted Scalebound real badly, to tell the truth.
And we hardly even see shit on Scalebound. All you knew was a fucking dude with dragon and this emo. That's what I'm saying. But because they got canceled, everybody brings it up every 5 minutes saying,
No. Me personally, those are the kind of games I'm into. I'm into games like Devil May Cry and Monster Hunter and all that shit. So for me, that was a big loss and shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
I asked you which game was better. Which racing game was better? Forza or which game was better?
We like into the same shit when it comes down to gaming.
It's a matter of opinion. Forza or Gran Turismo, it's a matter of opinion.
My favorite racing game is Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah, so is mine. So is mine. Yeah.
Yeah, that game is dope.
You know what? My biggest issue with talking to video is, when I speak to you on a podcast, I would ask you for your opinion and all that shit. But how come every time when it's my opinion, you would tell me about my opinion for me? Like I didn't. Like, what do you mean if Xbox come out with some crazy shit, I wouldn't be down for it? Like, that's all I'm down for.
Dude, well, okay. Here, let me rephrase it. I guess that was kind of harsh. Let me put it this way. I mean, Xbox is given two games, right? They've given Sea of Thieves and they've given State of Decay. Both of them are totally different games. Both of them are fun games. I've played them both. Now, it's not something I'm going to jump on every fucking day and say, "Oh my god, I got to play this," but they're fun. They're really fun.
It's fun, but it's not good.
Yeah, but that's the basic prerequisite for a game, dude. When you compare that to what everybody else is doing, like Nintendo and Sony and shit like that.
But see, that's where you're going wrong, man. That's what you don't compare. You just enjoy. That's
Well,
what I'm
No,
saying.
but you have to compare because at
No,
this
you don't
age,
have to.
it's where you no,
Okay,
listen,
then,
it's where
if
you
we
spend
don't-
your time. It's where you spend your time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you can only play one game. I own all the systems, but I can only play one game at once. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh
So it's
yeah, I
like,
got you.
where am I gonna spend my time and shit like that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Damn,
And then on
I
top of that,
can't.
on top of that, nigga, as far as you saying like you shouldn't compare them, I'm like, why do people keep telling me that Xbox needs to stay because it's competing with PlayStation? But then when we try to make them compete, you say you can't compare. Like
No,
that shit.
competing and comparing are two different things. We're not. Listen, we as consumers, we vote with our wallets. I get that, okay. But do you think this podcast itself is going to say, "Hey, man, maybe Phil Spencer is going to listen to this podcast and change
Fuck no.
Xbox"? That's what I'm
Phil Spencer
saying.
don't have to listen to me. He sent me a letter saying something doing skits about
Yeah,
it.
but he isn't gonna listen to you guys either. Like he
Right,
doesn't
no,
listen to
exactly,
Here's the thing,
exactly.
though, Vidiot.
And
Like,
I've always said this: fanboys make up the minority. They don't listen to fanboys. They listen to who's bringing them money. Casuals are the people
Real
that are
shit.
keeping the
Real
industry that's making.
That's facts.
Real shit.
Yeah.
That's facts.
That's
That's
facts.
facts.
But then why
That's
is that
facts.
stopping them from putting out games that are bomb? Why are they putting out Super Lucky Still? Because they want to just do the
Right.
casuals? Okay, then why the fuck?
No, I'm with you.
Then
No,
why the
I'm
fuck
with
are
you.
you here? Cause
I'm with you.
like you might as well be competing with Nintendo. Then.
Here's the thing. Here's the only issue I have
Just
with.
be feeding those games out until they come out with something big. Like, huh? Take this.
Right,
take this,
right.
take this,
But
take this.
when? Like y'all keep on saying that. It's been
But-
5 years, nigga. Like how
how
long did
long-
it take for the
I got you. Okay,
360
but
to come
how long-
out?
how
How
long-
long did it take for the Xbox to come out with Halo? How long did it take for the 360 to come out with
I
Gears?
feel you.
How
I
long
feel
did
you.
you wait for
I
God
feel
of
you.
War?
Hey,
No, but there was other
everybody,
games
hey,
in the middle. There's been
yeah.
other games in the meantime.
There
There's been like that's
Hey,
the
King.
thing. Like what Sony
King,
makes
I
you
got a
wait for a
question for you.
game, but it gives you games like Bloodborne, Until Dawn, like
Fucking Knack,
Horizon,
Knack
all
2
in the middle.
Killzone.
Yeah, Knack,
Well,
that trash. You know what I'm saying?
Here's
Those
all I'm saying.
I like
Here's
them,
the only
but they
issue I
still
have.
gave you games.
Here's the only issue I have
Hey,
about
King.
what he said earlier, right? The only
Hold on,
thing
hold
is
on, Larry,
like
hold on.
it's not the same shit though, Vidiot. Like I don't. I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the everybody on the podcast, but I don't talk about like Xbox and PlayStation as if it's a competition. Like we comparing them. It's at the end of the day they're competing for my money. You know
Right.
what I mean?
It's
And
what
And
you
it's
want.
only right that I was like, bruh, if you want my money, you gonna have to step up. You feel me? Like,
Facts.
do you like real talk? Do you feel like the games that they have put out is up to the caliber where they could be? That's all I'm saying. They could do way better, can they not? But they're not doing it right now, and I'm expecting them
Hey,
to.
Super
So
Lucky Tail made it in Detroit Becomes Human.
What?
What?
Super Lucky Tail got into the game Detroit Becomes Human.
What?
I don't give a fuck about the Detroit Become Human. I don't even like.
It
You
went
feel me?
super.
That's
The
that's
game
what I'm
hasn't
saying.
even-
That little,
Man,
hey,
the
hey, that
game
little
hasn't
girl got a
even been
super
on the
lucky
market.
tail.
Oh my god!
Look, see, that's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
that little girl got a super lucky tail dog. Nigga, fuck you
Motherfucker,
mean?
that's Tails from Sonic. So relax. But you feel me though? That's
Yeah.
why I'm upset.
No,
It's not so much like I'm bashing Xbox. It's like, fam, just give me some good shit. I want to buy.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I
I'm
got
pro
you.
gaming. You
Dude,
feel
as
me?
far as
This
the
is-
games,
I'm,
and this is what Thrash was saying. Hey, look, it's been 5 years. I get that, and this is what I honestly believe, and this is my opinion, of course. I think Microsoft kind of coasted along, saying, "Okay, yeah, we've got what we need this generation. Let Sony fucking have it. Let's move on." But then they realized, hey, about midway through the generation, damn, we need some games or people are not going to buy our shit next gen. So let's throw these out here, work on some shit that's going to take us 4 or 5 years to fucking make,
Mm-hmm.
deliver on that. But now it's too late because now we're later into the generation and they cannot fucking deliver those games right now.
Then
But
why deliver a console? Like
Well,
it don't make sense.
well, it's because
sense.
it was
It
to
don't make money.
appease the hardcore.
They don't
gamers,
make
is
money,
what
but
it was.
nigga, why we
He
worried
said
about
that.
them?
He
Xbox
said
Live
that.
makes $500 million a year.
Yeah, but
Why
you even
we
Xbox
worried
Live
about
on
their
S or
numbers?
X. They're saying why release an
We
X
worried
is what
about
they're saying.
their numbers, not our games. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, here's that's basically you guessing what the
Yeah,
situation
no,
is,
exactly.
right?
That's my opinion.
Right.
Yes,
And
yes, sir.
here's my guess, right? And my guess is the way the situation is for them is they came out this generation expecting to go a certain route with their business model, right?
Yeah.
And that business model did not go well with the general
Oh,
public.
yeah, they've done a
So
180.
they was like,
Yeah.
fuck, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because when they start this generation, they did have some games, even though a bunch of them did get canceled, and that's why people were mad. The reason why people get mad about Scalebound is because they wanted Scalebound and it got canceled. It's not so much as people get mad after it got canceled. There was people hyped for it. Plenty of people.
Yeah,
And we know they meant that shit because they said that live on YouTube. Well, you know, recorded on YouTube. We get to play it back. We get to run plenty of it back, right? You know what I mean? Like it's real. Like they haven't come out with anything for
And
a very
Phantom
long
Dust
time.
as
And I
well.
think
They
it's because
cancelled
their
that
business
shit.
model is
We got
broken.
Phantom Dust.
They try
What are you
to
talking
No,
about?
no, no,
fix
not
that.
the one not the reboot. Not the reboot they promised and shit like that. They gave us the OG Xbox version and shit like that.
I mean,
Oh, I didn't know
come
there
on,
was even
fam.
going to
We
be a
have to
remake, like
remember
a
at the
reboot.
Yeah,
beginning
that's
of this
gonna be a
generation,
reboot.
you got to remember what happened.
No, hey, no, I agree. They did a 180.
Right?
They realized that nobody fucking wanted TV. You know,
Yes,
that's what they were pushing.
That's what I'm saying. Their business model coming into
Yeah,
the generation was
they
wrong.
had to do a 180,
And
right?
right, and because of that, they have to get right. But unfortunately, they didn't go the correct path, which is like fuck all this other shit. Get back
Right.
to gaming because it's a fucking gaming console, and we just focus on that.
Dude,
And
check
yeah, I
this
mean
out.
the power of the system was kind of lackluster, but real talk, the S would have been fine.
You
As
know,
long as the S was
Microsoft
certain shit, it would have been fine. You
Microsoft has a bad habit of
and no
listening.
game.
Right. Microsoft
Like-
has a bad habit of listening to trends. Okay. If you look, like, you remember whenever the iPad first came out, or the iPod, they're like, oh, it's a trend. Let's get on this Zune. It fucking failed. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
with the
See,
gaming
yeah,
thing, what was the narrative at the beginning of this generation? Everything was talking
I
about
mean,
resolution. The
Resolution.
PlayStation was
No,
cheaper. They had the better
but-
graphics. They had the better
it's
power.
cheaper.
But listen.
Like we always leave that out. It's cheaper, but it's stronger. That makes no sense.
No. But no, what I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
is it's a
like,
trend
if
that
you look at
Microsoft
the whole-
jumped on later in the
Yeah,
generation.
that's the
People want
problem.
power now, so they brought out the X.
No.
Nobody fucking wants power now.
Say
Bruh,
that play
like, come
better
on. Let's
PlayStation
keep
and
it.
stuff.
Let's keep
That's
it
what I-
very real. Like video, it's not just because it's stronger. It's stronger and it's cheaper. Just think about it. If I stood next to Lincoln, right? Lincoln is like 3 times my size. If I'm stronger than Lincoln, something is weird. If we benching, and I'm out benching Lincoln, there's something wrong, man. Like, this dude is supposed to be stronger than me. He's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? He costs more because all that protein shit he got to drink above mine. You know what I'm saying? His weight level's bigger than me. So it costs more for him to be that size. You feel me? It does. He has to maintain a lot
What
of shit.
about
to be
Bruce
that
Lee?
size. So
What about Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee's a small dude. I don't know what you mean. You know Bruce Lee's
Yeah,
my
but
size,
Bruce
right?
Lee's a small dude, but he was with the motherfuckers way bigger than him.
He wasn't
yeah,
stronger
but
than
he's
him,
not
though, so he knew how
stronger.
Yeah,
to
but that's
whip him.
technique.
He's not
That's
stronger,
technique.
fam.
That's
He
not
knows how
strength.
to punch.
He was faster.
Why you gotta
Yeah,
bring
that's
Bruce Lee
technique.
into some shit?
Technique and
Don't be
strength are
fucking with
totally
Bruce
different.
Lee.
We're just comparing strength alone, fam. Like,
You
if
bringing
Bruce
Bruce Lee
cannot
into some
outbench
shit for?
Lincoln, that's not how Bruce works. He know how to punch you. He doesn't have like a crazy strength behind his small ass body. He just knows how to punch you really well. But he can't outbench Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about straight up power alone. Lincoln's a big dude compared to me. There's just no way that he would not outbench me. So if you pay
But also you
$500
gotta
for
take
a
into
system,
consideration too.
it's just
Sometimes
obvious
it's
that
about
he's
more
stronger,
reps,
right?
not more weight.
bro, like, can you just not take
tell him
like
not
that example?
Tell him not
Can you
to.
just not
Goddamn,
take
this
the
fucking-
example and be done with it? Like, why do you have to add extra shit? Like,
What about
like the example is clear and dry, fam. Just take it as what it is. Like, that's what it is, right? Come on, fam. Like,
What about Mulan?
I mean, that's all I'm saying. There's obvious issues with Xbox.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why people talk about it. Like, there is a lot of fanboys out there, like, bashing just because it's easy. It's easy
Right.
to bash Xbox this generation. It is. But it
And
don't
it's
mean
cool.
that everyone does it. Like, I'm down for Xbox. Show me some shit. Show me some shit, though. Like, I'm down as soon as you show me some shit. You can't tell me the games that came out.
I bought
is
my
up to
Xbox.
check this out.
par.
Check
You know
this
what
out.
I'm saying?
What did we talk about last week on the podcast?
About Xbox whack ass.
Right.
Now what?
What we talked about on the podcast?
But you see,
Hey.
the issue.
No,
Hey,
but here's the thing about come on, video.
Hold on.
State of Decay just
Xbox
came
was
out.
always-
Hold on,
Yeah,
video.
Like all this shit is
Video.
coming out. It's like it's not like we're talking about old shit.
No,
It's
we
not
yeah,
always
always
video.
about that, but we talked about that
Microsoft.
already. Now we're talking about it again. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
but State of Decay just came out.
And
State
real
of
quick,
Decay
man,
just
and
came
real
out,
quick,
and it
I
was
just
worse
wanna
than
make-
we expected.
I just want to make one thing clear about Mulan, all right? Mulan did not look cute like that. I just want y'all to know, all right? Historically, Mulan did not look cute like some Disney princess shit, all right? She looked like
Man,
some Moana
Pocahontas
man
is
shit. That's
ugly
how
as
she
fuck.
fit in. You
Quasimodo
can't,
and
like,
shit.
if she looked like your average Asian chick, all thin, and you know what I'm saying?
She would have
all
been a soldier.
cute and shit,
Right.
never, fam. This bitch looked like, you know what I'm saying, my brother. You dig? That's how like don't let Disney twist that shit up.
Dude looks like a lady. Yeah, exactly.
The real Mulan story is real fucked up, fam. It's not like
you know what? There's a lot of Asians that are dudes. You don't know if they're dudes or girls. The way it all depends on how they dress.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's in Thailand.
That's
in
with everybody, I guess.
That's
Like,
in Thailand.
have you seen?
Nah, nigga. I know damn well Keen cannot pass for a female. I can't pass for a female. But
Have
the
you seen
Asian people, they can pass for either or.
Have you
Hey,
seen females out here?
hey, if I get my eyebrows arched, nigga, no.
He wants that sauce eyeball, that sauce.
Hey, I done seen some wildebeest ass motherfuckers out here.
And that's crazy because this nigga don't even get high, yo, on the shit he say.
Hey, check this out. Check this out. You know, the only reason I even brought that up is, and I think I've probably told you guys before, I tested the fanboy theory on my channel, remember? I put up this video, and I've taken it down since then because, you know, I was proving a point. But I made that channel, or I made that video, my Xbox 1 month later and rant. And because I put the word rant in it, that video got over 2,000 views, and I said nothing negative about the Xbox in it whatsoever.
Well, that's today's time.
how the game goes, though.
That's what I said.
Nothing but bad shit.
That's what I said. They just want drama, and that's why I don't have all the subs because I don't do drama on my channel. I
know some of the most professional niggas who do nothing but talk about drama. You know what I'm saying? And just to keep that shit right. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, man. I can't do it. That's why I make skits and shit. I try to actually do it.
You're gonna have that, but when you have a clear cut conversation, you should be able to do that. Like I'm a PlayStation dude, obviously. I prefer it, but it doesn't mean I would hate on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? If Xbox come out with some dope shit, I would cop it. That's just natural. That's just how the game goes. And I can't follow the idea of you shouldn't compare, you just enjoy. I can't do that because if I eat some fries at rallies and they shit is dope as fuck and I go somewhere else and they shit is trash, I'm not coming back here, man. I'm going back to rallies.
That's not a video game though, man. I'm the same way.
But why not? Why not video game consoles? Why can you not do the same shit? It's still products that
why can't you guys do the same shit about the Xbox? If you guys don't like the Xbox, don't go back to it.
But why can't I? That's weird.
Exactly.
That's
why
can't you go back and get?
But didn't you just say that if you don't like the fries, you ain't going back?
Right? Exactly.
You ain't going back.
Make some better fries. What you mean? Don't come back to it. How about you make some better fries? What you mean?
Oh, okay. They got their fries were whack, but their burger was all hit. I got you.
No. What niggas are saying is don't be sorry, be better, nigga.
Exactly. That's all it is. Just don't be sorry, be better. I want some good shit. That's all I want. You know?
Hey, Thrash. Send me a text real quick, man. You got to hear my fucking notification on my phone. You're gonna fucking love it. No, send me a text. Just set a period or something. Listen to this shit. You're gonna love it. I got it up by my by the mic.
Girl,
so
listen to her pad or something, nigga.
No, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. Let me know when you send it. Let me know when you send it.
All right.
Now everybody can be quiet.
All right. Hold on.
Okay, listen to this. Y'all gonna like this. This is my ring.
All right, go ahead. Send me that shit.
Okay, here goes. Listen.
This guy. It's better than that Zelda shit you had. I tell you that.
Yeah, mind your tongue, boy.
That's pretty good.
Dude, I was sitting there at work, and my district manager was sitting there, and fucking that thing went out 3 times. Mind your tongue, boy. And he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's Kratos, man." He's like,
right.
He's like,
"Sorry, boss."
Dude, no, he's like, "Well, silence your phone. Mind your phone," he said.
Yeah.
I still haven't beat that game, man. But I've gotten far.
You still haven't beat God of
close
War.
to the end. I've gotten close to the end.
No, he's playing on the hardest level. That's why.
Yeah. I've gotten close to the end, but I could see why people were saying game of the year. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I haven't even finished it. I'm close to the end though. I haven't even finished it.
I'm gonna go back.
That game is ass.
It's so fucking dope. Man. It's so fucking dope.
I was thinking of
that I've ever played. There's so much levels to it, man.
For no reason.
It's the dopest, it's the deepest fucking combat system I've ever used in a hack and slash.
Dude, honestly, it's the best game I've played this generation, hands down. Hands down, it's the best game. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's sick,
fam.
No, it is.
Stuff you do, Here's the thing too. If you don't play on a harder mode, you would not appreciate it.
Assassin's Creed
modes, you don't utilize all the stuff that the game gives you.
Dude, but I'm also going to tell you this. I'm playing Detroit right now, and if that story gets any better, I might have to switch to that being.
Man, that story is vicious.
That's real high, man.
That's vicious.
Don't spoil that.
That fucking shit. That fucking story is crazy as fuck, bro. But it's still not beating God of War. I don't give a fuck.
Was it that good?
Game, I think it looks better than God of War.
It's a good movie.
As a complete game? Nah.
Yeah, visually it's stunning. It's stunning.
Visually, it's just insane.
You can't even compare the two type of games.
No, you can't.
Totally different. There's two different genres.
Yeah.
No, they is. And it's still wonderful. I'm over here doing triple doubles on these weak ass niggas.
I know one of my favorite games this generation.
How the fuck you doing a triple double on Battlefield?
Shit.
No, it's Call of Duty doing triple doubles, nigga.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm playing kill confirm, nigga.
Kill confirm.
Nigga, double digit kills, 0 digit deaths, double digits confirmed, and double digits denies, nigga.
Cheating ass hello. Cheating ass hello.
When are you having those game nights?
You said what?
The tournament.
When are you getting those tournaments?
Oh yeah. Niggas was asking me about that shit, nigga. Whenever y'all niggas hit, niggas ain't hitting me up. Nah. Tomorrow we can do it tomorrow. If y'all niggas ready. It's just I gotta get niggas times and shit. Niggas gotta be.
It's gonna have to be a Sunday, bro.
Why that? Why gotta be Sunday?
I'm just saying, like, me and Rod could do the Xbox side of it, but I can only do it on Sunday. That's when I'm off work.
Yeah, I work tomorrow too, fam. I got shit to do.
We can do it Saturday. Hey,
you Bruce Lee motherfucker, don't be coming through here.
What? What the fuck was that?
Some racist shit he forgot to mute.
That Bruce Lee motherfucker about to beat the shit out of Diver, man.
Real shit.
Hey, dude is small as hell. He's about like 4 foot. That motherfucker got his wild hair. And I call him, his name is, I forget his name, but it sounds like Cereal, so I always call that nigga Cereal. He's cool with it. He's cool people, but he's short as fuck, though. He got attitude.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't spend more time.
I don't believe that shit. Ain't no motherfucker 4 feet tall. What the fuck? How you grown?
Dude, you gotta understand, man. I'm Puerto Rican. I say what the fuck I want. And nobody takes an offense around here. We all talk shit to each other.
Motherfuckers talking to shit when he came to Oklahoma to get his car.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
y'all
take
niggas
no
over here
offense.
spoiling shit, cuz.
I mean, you can't help but have motherfuckers out here hating motherfuckers whips and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
The one thing I do know is, hey, all I gotta say to Gavin is get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Get the fuck out of here.
Both of these niggas, cuz Asian Gambit and that nigga UK ass. Over here with these Audis and shit.
Audi life, nigga. Audi life.
Audis just keep out there, though.
Like, all right, fam. Supercharged V6. Get out of here.
Audi's
V6. I got a V8, cuz. I got a V8 and a 68 Chevy Apollo. What's up?
Hey, my new school would run faster than your old school.
Damn.
That's okay, all I gotta do is hit your new school. It's over with.
And my new school is comfy.
My shit is made out of steel, not rubber and plastic.
No, it's not plastic, fam. It's carbon fiber. Take it easy.
Hey, yo, are we gonna end the show?
Hey, the show did end. We just over here lounging. We can turn it off.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know.
Nigga, look at the new guy at the round table and shit. This nigga's supposed to be an original round table podcast member and got offline for months.
Yo, that's that real life. That's that real life hitting a nigga. That's that real life hitting a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's that UK life, son.
I hear you, shit, nigga. That's that nigga. Shit, US life gonna be hitting harder than UK life. Look at you at work right now, nigga.
Yeah,
Damn.
Does anybody on this panel have kids?
No, not I. Not yet. Nigga, my girl working on that shit, nigga. She over there got a warming blanket under her stomach all day and shit.
Fam, I can't put no car seat in no S5, fam. That's not how it works. That's not what that's for, fam.
Why you ask, UK? I got 2.
Oh, seriously? No. Because my girl was like, she has to go to the hospital and shit like that, man. And I was like, shit. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I hope not. I love her, but I hope not. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is trying to live out here, man. Niggas is trying to live. You know what I'm saying? If she comes back and it's positive, I'm not watching E3 this year.
You stuttering, nigga. You stuttering.
Yeah, basically, if that shit's positive, I'm not watching E3 this year. There's no way a nigga can be watching E3 this year if she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? My life has to
this
change
is actually the
completely,
last year you can watch it.
For real?
It might be your last time. You might as well go on and get that shit in there.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd go to GameStop and say, look, I'm going to put $100 on each system. I know they're not out. Just hold it for me. Don't say shit.
GameStop about to be on GameStop. E3 is about to die anyway, bro.
Yeah.
Thank God, man.
Every corporation has their own shit nowadays.
Speaking of which, Thrash, I'm not going to be able to go to that fucking E3, man.
Oh, real shit, no?
Yeah, well, my granddaughter fell out the fucking window out of in Iowa.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
She did, and I had to fucking send my son $500 for a fucking plane ticket to get over there to be with his daughter and shit.
Yeah.
So it set me back. Yeah.
Is she, like, she gonna be...
She's fine. She broke her cheekbone underneath. She's only 2 years old, but she broke her cheekbone. She fractured her skull on top, and she broke one of her sinus bones. Yeah.
Yeah, now I
she was so young. It probably would have been worse if she was a little bit older, bro.
Yeah, well, the doctor said. Yeah, the doctor said that they're very resilient, so she'll heal pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, their bones not all the way put together and shit. So like, she was
newborns can't drown.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
You can't drown a newborn. They just came out the womb, fam. They ain't breathed for months.
Look, I'll tell you what. You hold one of them motherfuckers in the water, they gonna drown.
Not for a long ass time. They hold their breath for the longest, fam.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
What you say? I'm going to jail.
They say when you a baby, you got the strongest grip in your life when you a baby, man.
Yeah.
It's all kind of crazy shit.
Hold
on, let me change the table podcast to the baby facts.
Dude, that's how females are made, man. If you grip that shit too hard before birth, you rip it off.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit.
Ain't that a bitch?
You got to make sure you grab the balls too, cause you're just gonna be like a Hermaphis.
Hermaphis. This motherfucker got the beans and no Frank.
That's going into the dictionary.
Hermaphis.
Compile this shit.
No niggas burnt out. We can do our outro since y'all niggas is talking about baby nuts being yanked off while in the womb.
Damn baby nuts.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Baby Saccharies. We all start off as females anyway, my niggas.
Socrates. You was in the womb, you was first. You grew balls later. You decided to become a dude inside your mama's stomach. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and grow some balls. Fuck this.
He was like, I gotta have what every month? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Thank you.
No, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be old. I don't know.
I want to bleed for a whole week and don't die.
A whole week. And then the only time I don't bleed is when something's growing inside my belly. No, thank you. I say.
Dude, I used to live by that rule, man. If anything bleeds for more than 3 days and doesn't die, I don't fucking trust it.
Yeah.
I used to live by that shit.
Shit.
I learned that from a white dude.
But how you marry an Oriental lady then?
Because my wife don't bleed no more. I trust the shit out of that woman.
Damn. Information. Let me tell you.
That means you're not hitting it properly, B. That means you're not hitting it properly, B.
I wasn't ready to know all that, video. Damn.
Hey, brother.
Let me tell you this, video. That means take it from me, video. If she's not bleeding, that means you're not hitting it properly, son.
Hey,
you
brother.
need to go back and do that shit again.
Hey, brother. There's more fucking truth to that than you know.
Hey, UK, you know what? Just for that comment, you're gonna be a daddy tomorrow.
Hey,
Watch.
if I want that ass.
Hey.
Jinx.
I don't need that shit, nigga. Trust me. I don't need that shit. I'm trying to buy a VR and shit like that and enjoy that shit. I don't have to.
Hey, I don't know if they have it in the UK, but I hear we got a pill called Morning After. Look into it, cuz.
Damn.
Yeah, no, we got that. We got that.
You're gonna use that shit twice, I heard, cuz. Like, you're gonna use it twice.
Yo, nigga, don't scare me, man. Hey.
Fall off, cuz. So I don't know how many times you can use it. But you lose your.
Can you still game and have kids,
You lose nipple milk. Some shit like that. You lose nipple milk.
Cambodian breast milk.
You know what I'm saying? That's why nigga
breast milk. Cambodian breast milk.
If you want in the studio,
it has to be 100%.
You have to go across.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm shutting down the studio. You gotta get me a sugar cookie. You know what I'm saying? I miss that show.
That's good shit. It was good shit. Yeah.
He should have brought it back on Netflix. That would have been millions, fam. That would have been millions on top of it. And he bring that shit back on Netflix.
Yeah, uncut. That shit picked up.
On Netflix, cuz where you can say what the fuck you want, bruh. That'd be crazy as fuck. That's still the most most purchased DVDs of all time, I think.
Yeah.
I think it still is, isn't it? Has anything beat that shit yet?
I don't know.
That and Family Guy, I think.
Yeah. Has Family Guy beat it? I don't think Family Guy beat
that. What? Family Guy
That Family Guy was one of them.
Yeah.
But I think that Chappelle shows sold more and shit like that, but Family Guy's one of the highest selling ones.
Yeah, it's the top sold. No, DVDs, fam. DVDs is the most top sold DVDs of all time.
Yeah. Chappelle show went hard.
I even bought that motherfucker, so I believe it. I mean, that was a show that never got canceled, bro. It's like a missing link to the U.S. This nigga was helping out the whole United States because everybody was laughing together about the bullshit we do racially, man. Nigga, all of us was laughing together at it, though.
Yeah, for real.
The fuck is that?
David Chappelle's crazy.
Nobody safe, nigga. With that nigga, that show, nigga, nobody was safe. He was getting on blacks, white, Asian. It didn't matter, nigga.
Bruh, you know what? I actually watched on one of the interview he did where he said he did that the first episode where he did Tyrone. What's his name? Bixby.
Tyrone Biggums?
No, Bixby.
Tyrone Biggums.
No, Bixby.
The crackhead, yeah.
Black racist.
Oh yeah. Oh, the racist. Yeah.
He said he actually had like other episodes already done before that, but he decided to air that one first just to let motherfucker know this is the type of show.
You got that video,
motherfucker. Like, if you ain't with it, you ain't gonna be with it. That's what I saw that on one of the. I think it's like a James Lipton shit. He's talking about that he chose that to be the first episode for a reason. He's like, if you're not with the show, then you ain't gonna be with it because this is how it's gonna be from here on out.
From here on out.
Like, that's some gangster shit because you know what I'm saying. Most motherfuckers would save that until the end of the season and some shit. This was like, nah, it's gonna be day one. My favorite one still is Black Bush. Black Bush is still my favorite one. That's the most quotable one.
Yeah. This shit is tripping.
Coming to get that oil.
Yeah. There's so much quotable shit in that one.
Niggas actually pull out some yellow cake. Like, hey, we got this yellow cake.
Literally
yellow cake. Niggas put it on the ground and shit.
They got the special CIA napkin. Hey, I damn near memorized that skit by heart. That's how funny that shit is.
My favorite one.
Was the Black Bush. That's actually an underrated one, actually. Yeah.
The pimple was
people
funny,
usually go for the Rick James and the Prince joint.
The Prince joint was funnier to me.
That was classic.
That nigga was floating after he dunked the basketball and shit.
Yeah. And the pancakes killed it though.
Pancakes. And grapes. Would you like some grapes with that? Bitch.
I
would have been terrified. I would have been terrified. That nigga like beat your ass at like Street Fighter, then he gives you pancakes. Like I'm afraid that he's gonna stab me in my face next. Do you know what I'm saying?
Niggas is stupid, but niggas. But alright, do y'all outros. Nigga, I'm about to play Detroit, nigga. Y'all got me fucked up. Nigga.
That's what I've been doing this whole time. That's why you haven't been hearing from me that much.
Yeah.
That's because you don't want that work on Street Fighter.
I ain't gonna front.
I'm about to go play Sea of Thieves.
Said nobody ever.
Ain't nobody gonna start it. I'm gonna start it. If ain't nobody gonna volunteer to start, ain't nobody gonna start. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, man. Thanks everybody.
Hey, so what?
For real. Go ahead.
I mean, thanks everybody for coming out, man. This is Royal Flush, Psycho Rex, Asian Gambit. Good evening, everyone. Enjoy the show. Thumbs the chat up. Make sure you sub. If you don't, Lincoln might choke one of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking out for y'all. But anyway, we'll see y'all Tuesday.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's public service, nigga. God damn. Go ahead, Lincoln, do your shit since you playing Detroit, my nigga.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is your boy Lincoln Clay. Thanks for joining us tonight. And just like Draco said, make sure you hit that motherfucking like button before I choke your motherfucking neck. Hit that like button, motherfuckers.
I'm talking like an android already. That game is too immersive, guy. Too immersive.
Android about to
hey, no, real talk, y'all. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Real talk. It's always good.
Always, nigga. Go ahead. Video, nigga. Since you came late, nigga. Go ahead and do your shit, nigga.
All right, as I leave y'all, I'll be taking out this motherfucking trash and shit. But thanks for coming through the podcast. Thanks for listening to my real talk, because I speak the fucking facts in this shit. Thanks for coming through, man. We'll see you all Tuesday, man, and you guys have a good one.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, nerd. My nigga, nerd. Got
What up,
Christian
man?
and angry today.
Boy,
Okay?
nerds
Like,
in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Xbox junkie, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I love that Xbox, nigga. I'm getting the next one that shit come out, nigga. I thank y'all for coming out, man. Appreciate y'all for staying here the whole time, man. And I see y'all motherfuckers next week.
yes, sir, nigga. Go ahead, MVP. Do your thing, big dog.
Yeah, it's your boy MVP. 5 o'clock in the morning here. I should really be sleeping.
Holy fuck!
Niggas got shit to, yeah, it's got niggas got shit to do and shit. But yeah, hopefully, do you know what I'm saying? Pray for a brother that I'm not gonna be a father this year, so I can enjoy my motherfucking E3 and still getting wavy in these gaming streets. And yeah, subscribe to MVP magazine. Do you know what I'm saying? Just dropped a new video about Thundercats and why that shit's trash.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That shit was funny.
You know what I'm saying? We're giving you that greatness over there. But yeah, that's it. Shout outs to everybody on the panel, and it is what it is.
Hey, let me slip one more thing in, Thrash. Let me slip one more thing in. Just a reminder, y'all. This Lincoln Clay, y'all. Just a reminder, y'all. Come check me out tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. Eastern time on the Lincoln Show, where my guest is going to be Foxy Games UK. So you don't want to miss it. Make sure you check it out.
That's what's up.
Foxy Games UK.
Hey, did you do that one? Did you do that one with Ryan yet?
Yeah, I did that on Tuesday.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you check out the one with Porter Rock too. That was good too.
Just saying.
Oh, I thought it was both of them at the same time.
No. I mean, in the past week, I had J Wags, Porter Rock, Ryan, and now Foxy K in the morning.
Man,
or tomorrow afternoon rather. So I think I did about 13 episodes of the Lincoln Show.
Yeah, good shit, nigga. I told you, keep working.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, nigga, do what you do, nigga.
Yeah,
the Hulk.
Are you the first man? I don't know if you're the first or not, but that's a dope ass format, man. Like a talk show host type format. That's just dope as fuck.
Yeah, and you make these YouTubers feel special and shit inside. So that's, you know what I'm saying. You get all these things. Oh, you want to interview me? Hell yeah!
No front. I was in there feeling good, motherfucker.
Real shit. Nigga. I was like, nigga, I was over
I know.
shit like
He is colorblind though. I tell you that.
He's the Jay Leno of YouTube.
He don't like Puerto Ricans though. He don't like, but we don't like black motherfuckers either. So fuck.
Somebody trying to get an invitation.
Because you're hating, that's why. Because you're hating. Ever since J-Lo flopped, y'all niggas been hating. It's okay.
Oh yeah, I think also I kind of talked to OBJ to Don a little bit. Now that he back to making videos again, I spoke to him and told him I'll be in touch with him too.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that'd be a good one right there too. You know,
Illuminati, man. How you get in contact with all these motherfuckers? Illuminati.
Twitter.
I need his information.
Bring that nigga like OBJ always in the chats though. So
OBJ's in everybody's chats.
Yeah, he's cool. He's mad regular. Even though you know what I'm saying.
It's trash. Yeah.
He's just like down to earth and shit. So
I
man.
just want to say real quick to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Let's all pray to God and hope that UK has a baby.
Yo, man.
How you gonna wish that on the motherfucker, man? How you gonna wish that on somebody?
How you gonna rename the
and it's gonna be a baby. It's gonna be a baby girl too. It's gonna be a baby girl.
Nah, niggas definitely don't need that, man. Hey, yo, I don't need that.
Call her. You don't have to call her a Ginger Spice, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. I'm gonna call it the boss. I'm gonna call it the boss. I was wondering about that.
Years of hardship.
Call it Chico. Call it Chico DeBarge. That's what I'm gonna call it, nigga.
Chico DeBarge.
Another
bed of mutton.
Oh god, 18 years of hardship on somebody.
Hey Thrash, I think I might have fucked up on Detroit again.
Oh, you there? You gonna have to reset some shit?
Stop it, because you're making me want to buy that shit, man.
Well, I'm in the less than ideal circumstances right now.
Oh boy!
But you don't really know though. You can't really know until the end, right?
Well, it's not.
You went to the house, huh? You went to the motherfucking house.
Yep.
Yep.
That nigga went to the dope house, nigga.
It's like one of those, where you like you
Well,
want
I
to, but you don't want to know type shit.
I tried to still do clothes, and he woke up because I was like, because they said you gotta be discreet about doing it. And I whipped the stick around instead of doing it slow.
Pause.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But I'm in the lesson.
But I know what you're talking about. Trust me, that's why I said you were there. Come on now. I already knew.
Is that everybody though?
That's everybody. No, Diver didn't get his, right? He said he said
make sure MVP get that, you know what I'm saying? He wished 18 years of hardship on MVP.
Yeah. That's what it is.
That's outro right there. That's what it is. All right, then. Well, niggas, I'll holler at y'all niggas later. Y'all niggas know what it is. Thanks for coming out. All y'all niggas who had the perseverance to sit through this shit with us. Because we was just talking bullshit at the end of this shit. But y'all know how the round table is. We talk about shit like we related to you niggas. So enjoy us, nigga. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Well, thumbs up. It's not my channel, nigga. I can't tell you the thumbs down. I can't do it. But thumbs up.
Hey. Lincoln is not here, but he will choke you.
Yes, I am here.
He's still here. Yeah, don't fuck around. He will choke you.
He
will shit out me the first time he said it. I'm like, God damn, all right, man, damn. You talking?
I see all of our new subscribers too, man. I think we got like 10 new subscribers since the last time it was on. So
nice. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
That's good shit. You know what I'm saying? The word's getting out that we be doing this thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Thanks for coming out, y'all. Real talk. We really do appreciate y'all niggas. Holler at me about that tournament. I guess we're doing it Sunday now because niggas just can't make it. We'll figure it out, my nigga. So just holler at us, my nigga. We'll be on here, my nigga. It's King Thrash Gaming and the Roundtable Podcast, niggas.